At SURYADATTA, we follow Indian tradition. I request Siddhant Chodia sir to be here. On behalf of SURYADATTA Group of Institute, again, I am welcoming here Dr. Suresh Naik sir, Vikrant Saxena sir, I request Gaurav to be here for lighting the lamp. All the jury members are here with us: Saurabh Shah sir, Sagram Singh Pawar sir, Neeraj Kumar Gupta sir.
स्वस्ति नक्षो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पति दधातु गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे प्रियाणां त्वा प्रियपतिगुं हवामहे निधीनां त्वा निधिपतिगुं हवामहे वसो मम आहम जानि गर्भत्वमा त्वमजासि गर्भदम्ब गजानंद भगवान की जय, सूर्यदेव भगवान की जय, महाकाल महाराज की जय।
Thank you all the dignitaries. Now I am here to introduce you to our group, SURYADATTA Education Foundation's SURYADATTA Group of Institutes. HGI is a multidisciplinary integrated campus comprising of K-12 schools, junior colleges, higher education institutions offering UG and PG courses, research center, centers of excellence in training, research and consultancy, innovation and incubation centers, and many more, as you have seen in our corporate movie. HGI offers NEP-complied academic programs in multiple disciplines such as business management, information technology, hospitality, hotel management and travel tourism, interior and fashion design, animation, health and fitness, theater and performing arts, cybersecurity, physiotherapy, law, pharmacy, nursing, home science, data science, teacher education, arts, commerce, and many more emerging fields. Our USP is academic excellence, multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary programs, research and consultancy, internationalization, entrepreneurship and innovation, industry collaboration and placements, community outreach and impact, liberal education, blended learning, positive leadership, technology integration, skill-based learning. But I would like to mention, this is not SURYADATTA. It is much more than that. You just have to imagine, you just have to dream, and you are going to see those things at SURYADATTA. So what I have to say is, as today it is a good beginning that we are with you and you all are with us, definitely we are seeing that there is going to be a new way, a new path which we will be walking. As SURYADATTA is led by our beloved chairman, Professor Dr. Sanjay B. Chodia, sir. Recently, sir and madam, they were in UK. They were honored there. And we would like to tell you that when Ramnath Kovindji, the former president, and today's president, that is Murmuji, we had a great opportunity to meet them. And also with proud, I'm interested to tell you that Murmuji's daughter, Ishita, she has learned with us. So we can say not only of national repute, but international repute our group is. As it is in the name Suryadatta, so Surya, as we everyone know, so we are the people who worship Surya each day. Now I'm here to introduce our chairman, Professor Dr. Sanjay B. Chodia, sir. Actually, before some time, I prepared what to talk, but within next 15 minutes, I have to change it because every day is a new beginning for him and every day new accomplishments are there. So every day when we see to him, we get energy, and with that energy, we are growing ahead. Professor Dr. Sanjay B. Chodia, sir, he is, as I mentioned, founder, president, and chairman of Suryadatta Education Foundation, is a globally renowned, passionate educationist, global coach, industry and management professional, a visionary, and a philanthropist, with a vision to deliver quality education at affordable fees for holistic development for all strata of the society, for peace and harmony in the world in an enlightening, hygienic, academic environment, from kindergarten to PG research level. Dr. Sanjay B. Chodia, sir, is a passionate professional with high leadership energy, and more than, I would like to take a pause here. We welcome Nazari sir here. We also welcome our dignitary Shankar Damodaran sir, his wife. We welcome Adinwar Hamizah and Mr. Amirul Asaraf, all the way from Singapore, Africa, and other continents. So welcome you all here for the function. And again, I'm starting more than 30 years of experience in academic administration, resource mobilization, teaching, industry interface, consulting, research, and other CSR activities. He is personally involved in strategy and execution. His vision, dedication, and relentless efforts has facilitated growth of SEF into Suryadatta Group of Institutes. Suryadatta is an educational conglomerate of 24 plus recognized academic institutions comprising of K-12 schools, junior college, higher education, UG, PG courses, as I mentioned. Dr. Chodia, sir, is the chairman of, he was the chairman of SME Chamber of Commerce, Pune chapter, a member of Telephone Advisory Committee, Pune, and also of the prestigious committees formed by the Ministry of Steel and Industries, Government of India for raw material planning in the automobile industry. He was also member of Corporate Governance of Parliament Standing Board. He is Governor nominee, Governing Council member of YCMOU at present, Chair of the University, Industry Partnership Program of Global Chamber, headquartered in USA, Senior Vice President of CGR Delhi, Chairman Education and Training, Maharashtra Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, Promoter Member of EPSI Delhi, Fellow of All India Management Association, that is EMA, Institution of Engineers and the Indian Institution of Production Engineers. He has visited many globally renowned universities. Recently also when he was in UK, he has visited many universities there. And he was also called for the lecture at Oxford University. I think this is where we should have more claps for him because it is energizing, motivational for him. He deserves your love, and when you are sharing it with him, he again gets energy. So leadership programs across US and exploring best practices in higher education such as University of Paris, Harvard, MIT, Boston, Stanford, California State, the George Washington and Maryland University. He has also visited universities in Paris, Israel, Russia, Malaysia, Singapore, Japan, and other countries. He has been honored with numerous international and national awards for his invaluable contribution to excellence in education, spiritual, social, and world peace activities. So please welcome Professor Dr. Sanjay B. Chaudia, sir, Founder, President, and Chairman, SURYADATTA Education Foundation, for welcoming address.
Very good evening and warm welcome to each one of you present over here. Today the HRD also, and today we have a Global HR Summit also. On this auspicious occasion, I would like to first pay my regards to all the chief guests, the guests of honors, all the invitees of the HR Summit, CEO, CHRO, or irrespective of their position, basically the knowledge capital of our country. Dear friends, I will not take much of your time because already we are lagging behind by almost 1 hour. My brief introduction, or rather very detailed introduction, has been already given. We have first panel discussion for transformation in HR. I'll straight away come to that point, and during that, while we are sharing the important views of the all HR fraternity, all the experts from HR field, whenever the time available, that time of course I will be discussing and sharing my views about the HR, transformation in HR, technology in HR. About SURYADATTA, my colleague has already given the information to you. I welcome you all to SURYADATTA Group of Institutes. It's a home away from home. We have different culture. Just in one line I will describe, whatever new education policy has been announced in 2020, being implemented in phased manner, especially from 2023, we have been following the same since our inception. With all facts and figures, most of you must be aware, and I'm really very proud that our vision is in line with the current market situation. A lot of things to be discussed, a lot of points can be discussed, a lot of ideas can be shared, a lot of agreements can be done, a lot of important points should come through this panel discussions. I think this event is going live also. Around 200 professionals were invited, around 140 plus have come. That's why we were waiting. But now we will compress this panel discussions instead of 45-50 minutes to maybe 30-35 minutes. Then again the second round of panel discussion. We are going to have our global and national awards. What my colleague has told that we are in the silver jubilee year. So we are going to conduct more than 25 events in this particular year. Not only awards, but there are different programs. 8 we have already completed. List will be available on website. So need not spend time in discussing the same. I'll request all the volunteers present over here and my colleagues, as and when the HR professionals will come according to maybe their convenience. They might have stuck up in the traffic or some personal reason. Please allow them to come and straight away take the seat, because we cannot take their interview, buy it and all these things. We can do it afterwards, before dinner. Again, on behalf of SURYADATTA Education Foundation, SURYADATTA Group of Institutes, and Job G, I welcome you all for this very, very prestigious and coveted function, Global HR Summit, Global HR Summit and Conclave, and awards, and SURYADATTA National and Global Awards. I welcome all the awardees. I welcome Nadri and his team, who have come all the way from Singapore, Malaysia, South Africa, and from different parts of the country. We are going to have 5 different programs in next 4 days. Started with one program today morning in our campus. We will extend our invitation to you, all of you, for next 4 or 5 major events. Again, starting from tomorrow morning. Whenever possible, or whichever event you feel that it's convenient to you, you may come or you may depute your concerned officials. So this is the open invitation to you for next 3 days. All the very best for abundant success. Over to my colleague Prashant for the next program. Big round of applause for all of you. Let's energize each other. And once again, welcome on behalf of SURYADATTA Group of Institute. Thank you so much for coming here and sparing your precious, valuable time for your passion, for your burning desire, for fire in your belly to gain and more knowledge, which is the need of the hour. We always say lifelong education, knowledge everywhere, ideas everywhere, and human capital is the most important capital or the asset, which is a lifetime asset, and all of you are basically responsible for giving best of the best human capital for your respective organizations and contributing through them for enhancing and improving the bottom line of the organizations. So just creating the wealth, some people are engaged in creating our India, the self-reliant India, by indigenizing the products or by creating alternate substitute for the imported components what we are procuring or the products we are procuring, and a lot of other things are there. So directly, indirectly, all of you are responsible for contributing for your nation building, contributing for making India's vision of Vishwa Guru by 2047, contributing for developing the youth of our nation by giving them, imparting them knowledge through various internships, apprenticeship, placements, guest lecturers, industry visits. Directly, indirectly, all of you are really contributing. So while you are doing your responsibilities, we feel it's our moral responsibility between India Institute and industry partnership, strengthening our relationship for mutually beneficial association. So SURYADATTA is always open for all of you. May it be a higher education, may it be a short duration courses, may it be a scholarship or concession for your needy and deserving employees for further education, may it be family members of the respective organizations and their employees, or maybe consultancy, MDP, FDP, knowledge sharing initiatives. So in nutshell, I would like to tell you that we are open for all good activities to do in collaboration with each one of you. Once again, thank you so much. All the very best. Prashant, quickly invite all the panel members. Siddhant, kindly coordinate this. And let's decide today that this summit should be a lifetime memory for all of us. Let's take something home back for whatever discussions we will have here. We should share that with our colleagues in the respective organizations, with your friends, with your associates. You are member of various HR forums, various HR associations, and various other forums like Lions Clubs, Rotary Clubs, etc. So whatever knowledge we will gain, please share this with your all colleagues. For knowledge sharing is knowledge gaining, for mutually beneficial and enriching and enlightening association. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone. My name is Siddhant Chodia and I welcome everyone or of you for the event. Discussing on the first thing, the first topic of the summit of discussion would be impact of technology and reforms in HR. So basically technology changes the way HR departments contact employees, stores the file, analyzes their performance, everything. So used well, technology can make HR practices more efficient and more beneficial for everyone. But if used poorly, it can give the way of managing the company human practices resources. Good practices maximize the benefits and minimize the risk. So not taking much of your time, I'd like to invite the panelists on the board. Shantanu Goshai sir, CHRO, Sheffer. Milind Mutalik sir, Head Employment and Experience, Acolyte. Ramashankar Pandey, CEO, Tata Green Batteries. And Ritesh Joshi sir, Director HR, comments. Our moderator for the session will be Professor Dr. Sanjay B. Chordia. Yeah. Also, I would like to call Nazri sir to be on stage with us. Over to you, sir.
Again, hello. Can you hear me? Done? Yeah. Once again, welcome to this unique Global HR Summit. I will request first to all the panel members to introduce themselves in brief about their name, designation, organizations, and their major significant contribution for sustainable growth of the respective organizations. Yeah. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. So, Ramashankar Pandey, as you heard, I am CEO for Tata Green Batteries. I am recently joined Tata Group. It's just in January. I was working as Managing Director for Hella India Lighting. I had a lot of, I will say, HR perspective in the last organization, whether it was Hella or Bosch. I started my career with Bosch and Timken. So overall, if you see about sustainability of, especially coming today from the HR, because today is HR, International HR Day as well, I think rather than having HR as one of the function of the organization, personally I have seen this as a central part. My personal contribution, in fact, you can go on HBR, Harvard Business Review. There's a very good case study on how we built Hella on the core function of making HR or engagement as the starting point. There's a business case for HR. There's a business case for great place to work. That organization actually became top 25 GPW great place to work in the country, and that too in the manufacturing place, such a small company. And I'm very proud that we could do that. At the same time, I feel that a lot actually need to be explored. Being an ACMA Executive Council member in the auto industry, I can actually take these practices to many, many companies, especially in the SMEs. So I look forward to this overall panel. Time is very limited, so let's make it something worthwhile for the audience. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shantanu Ghoshal. First of all, thank you very much for inviting to this occasion. It's anyway a very good congregation of almost all of Pune HR fraternity, and that too on a special day. So it makes it really special to be here. I think I am working as a CHRO for Schaeffler India, and prior to that I worked with companies like General Motors and Timken. And as he just mentioned, HR per se is a functions which creates framework, which creates tools to support and sustain the growth of the companies. But per se, I believe that it's a responsibility of every business leader as to how to use those tools to better the company's environment and to take it forward. So there are multiple such initiatives where I have involved in various companies to take the company forward. The latest one, which makes a great pleasure, very recently, Maruti Suzuki, the largest auto company of India, has given us an award for the best HR practices. Something like this coming from a customer speaks a lot about the practices which you have introduced in Schaeffler. That's all from my side, and as he said that we have short time, it is better to discuss the different perspectives rather than talking about ourselves. Thank you.
Good evening to all. I am Milind Mutalik. I'm about 3 decades in HR and worked with the organizations like of Cognizant, Cinecron, and currently working with Acolyte Digital. As a contribution, I have seen many organizations, or the last 3 organizations where I've worked, we have grown 3x to 5x. What is my contribution? I was not recruiting. I think we work as a HR for a people's success. And if we are able to keep the people agenda ahead of us, we are able to make it happen. As an individual contribution, I have done 3 white papers I have published in the international magazines. However, that was in a partnership with somebody else. And being a part of a great place to work, whichever organization I've worked for. In fact, in last organization, during the lockdown, we went for great place to work and got awarded as a great place to work. The organization I work with is internationally acclaimed organization, and they're being awarded in various, their own IT patents at US. So that's it from my side. Looking forward to more interactions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening. First of all, wish you all happy International Human Resource Day. It's a special day, and thank you for organizing this on a special day so that so many HR professionals are together. A lot of vibrancy. Overall 26 years of experience, production, quality, project, then I believe, learning and development, HR leadership, and then doing a corporate role for a region, which is I head labor relations for India, China, and APAC in my current capacity. Work for Cummins. Prior to this, Santanu was my boss in General Motors, so I worked in General Motors, and prior to that, I was with Mahindra. So this is my overall journey. About contribution, I'll say we help each and every employee, irrespective of what position, what level they are. We help every employee to reach their full potential.
Nadri, I think you should give a brief introduction because you are going to chair the next panel. So we wanted to cut short this time of overall panel discussion. Brief intro about yourself.
Yeah, hi, I come from a tiny little red dot in Southeast Asia. I came from Singapore. I basically here to discuss about the effects of human and machine engagement model, how AI is basically changing the way HR functions work, ethically, operationally, strategically, and tactically. I basically chair the Center for AI Innovation that operates in more than 20 other countries in the world. Been involved in many financial institutions, universities, PLCs, public listed companies, and many others. So I guess I will leave it back to Dr. Chodia to continue the conversation. I look forward to having this engagement with all the distinguished panelists. Thank you.
Thank you, all the panel members. Thank you, Nadri. Since we, being from educational institutions, and the raw material for all these industries, corporate leaders, HR leaders, is a student. And they also have remained as a student once upon a time. They were doing their UG and PG qualifications. And I'm sure they must be also upgrading their knowledge. Every day there is a learning. Learning is everywhere. My question to all the panel members, from student perspective point of view, every student, you try to give an opportunity for campus placement or for internship, maybe winter internships, maybe part-time jobs, or maybe a regular summer internships. Important point here is that every student, once they are enrolled in the organizations, generally we conduct the induction program, and depending upon the performance in the induction program and need of the organization, we give him suitable department. Maybe it is a sales or marketing, or maybe HR, maybe finance, maybe supply chain management, international business, operations, production planning and control, for IT services, depending upon the organization, manufacturing, service sector, etc. It is my personal experience, the initial designation as a management training or maybe graduate training in case of a 4-year engineering graduate, if they are given opportunity to say work in production department, it has happened in many cases during my regime 1983 to 1999 I have seen, they remained in the same department for years and they may become manager or general manager, or depending upon the spark, your contribution, your performance in that organization. In today's environment, students or graduates or postgraduates, they have very less patience. They do not remain in the same organization for a decade or 2 decades or 3 decades. For various reasons, lifestyle has changed. So considering this, because all people sitting here is having more than 100 years of experience. Somebody is having 30 years, 25 years, 20 plus years. So 100-year experience is talking to all of you, and you are also having equal experience or plus minus 5-10 years here and there. But this address is not for you only. This address is for all the students, all the HR fraternity who is going to see this video, or maybe they are online at present. So question is, while after you induct a particular candidate in your organizations, I personally feel they should be given opportunity to work in various departments so they become a holistic person. Because when I'm going abroad and traveling across the globe, I find there is a transnational culture exists in those students. I find they are multilingual. I find they are multitasking. Few are always exceptions, they are hardcore expert in a particular subject. But given an opportunity in the today's present situation, there is a need of any student or professionals to become a all-round, multilingual, multi-talented, transnational, and during the uncertainties, he should be in a position to switch over from X department to Y department within the organizations, or should be in a position to change over his jobs from X company to Y company, because there are a lot of uncertainties are there. Number of companies are getting closed. Number of companies are reducing their manpower. Then where the student should go? Here, student I mean the freshers, the management trainees, professionals having 1 or 2 years of experience. So I need some guidelines from each one of you. You may be following this. There can be few exceptions. Always it happens. But giving the complete orientation and making him all round in your respective sector, at least to start with. Maybe you are having multiple companies, and can there be a transfer possible within the parent company from X company to Y company? Who will become an asset? In Tata Group, I particularly found this is the practice being adopted. So what is individual viewpoint, and what, particularly post-COVID, what policies have been changed? Because the topic is transformation in HR. And today is your day, so your viewpoints.
Thank you. Very good question. I think, as you already rightly said, that I am now part of Tata Group, and it's like in the whole DNA of Tata Group that they prepare people. That's a fundamental reason. There's a very interesting framework across all Tata Group, TBEM. And if I look at otherwise also in the industry, because I work in auto industry, I think the time is already there. The Gen Zs, they are not waiting for management to, build them, rotate them. They are already aware. They are already doing it. So the first thing is that no one needs to advocate for them. They're all smart guys. They're all, I think they are all global now. So they not only study globally, but they also have this right in their hand now that where they want to work. In fact, so much so that now they are very clear about what is their drivers. Their drivers is no more. I think the HR fraternity must be facing a lot of challenges. How do you motivate them with your money, incentive, whatever? I think they are now motivated with purpose. What kind of purpose you are giving them? Just to give you an example, I started my career in finance. Of course, I'm an engineer. I'm a topper from Calicut University, but I did also my business finance together. It was a dual education, and from ICFI, and then I joined industry. In Bosch, I was in finance. I was with CFO and the joint managing director. Then I changed to manufacturing. Of course, if I see my own career, when I became the youngest MD in the country for a listed company at 33 years in 2010, I think I owe to this what you asked. If I was not rotated enough from commercial function to technical function to marketing function, and then I was in the business head. I was youngest profit center head in the Bosch organization. I clearly owe to that. Throw them, and don't underestimate these young guys that they will not be able to. They will. But as you rightly said, from the old traditional practice, we want to play safe. So since the industry want to play safe, especially in the SMEs I have seen, they always want to have status quo. Don't touch that person, because it's not about not giving them opportunity. It's about what will happen, what he or she is doing today. So that risk-taking ability, that insecurity about getting there is stopping this practice. But having said that, if I look at my old organization, Hela, we have people, for example, the girl who came on reception today is sitting in the board. She did not come to board on day one. She was rotated all along. She is now company secretary of the company. I have guys who came as deputy manager. They are in the board now, executive director. Just the journey of 15, 16 years. There are enough examples that by rotating people, not underestimating them, giving them early responsibility, it is happening. And I've seen in this company, Tata Auto Components, extremely growing company, which I'm part of, a lot of young people have been done this. But my only caution is, don't leave it to the employer. This relationship employer and employee is very tricky and changing very fast. Today, I think the power center is shifting. The employees are actually, and the good employees, the employees who are smart and who can really solve problems, who are creative, I think they are using the crisis to their advantage. In fact, they are going from one crisis to another. They're pushing themselves. They're actually reverse delegating. They go and they sit in the fire. And people who are going and sitting in the fire with whatever ability they have with technology empowering them, they will go places. And that's why it's more from the bottom up side now rather than waiting for top down. In fact, they are going outside to learn. They're not only having education in one college, they are educating so many places online. And this whole practice which is going on will save them. I tell you my own example. When I did after Bosch, actually I did from IIM Bangalore, I think no year is left when I have not picked up my own some certification or degree from outside. And I'm encouraging everybody, put your own money. Don't feel that the company will train you in this function or that function. Today you can work for an NGO, work for a startup, see, if you don't take money, you can even work part-time in the evening without any money, but learn. Don't leave it to your boss that he only will take you where your destiny is. Take it in your hand. If you're skilled enough, you'll get chances.
Well, I think, basically I'm an engineer too, before I went to XLRI for doing my PG. And so actually, I joined after my college graduations from the engineering, a public sector company. Interestingly, they do have a similar programs where I have been rotated in multiple functions. So this is not something which is new, but some companies do this for the sake of doing it, and some companies do that, they believe in that spirit. So, I think this is something which is there in practice in many companies. And I must say that in the company's leadership today, what we do is that we allow everyone to start at the same starting point. And as he mentioned that, we also look at that how out of this a batch of 40, 50 people, how many of them are taking that interest to learn more even beyond their defined job responsibility. And there are mechanisms, trust me, there are mechanisms to check and get feedback out of this 50 who are the high potentials and who can still remain in the mid 50 category. And therefore there are opportunities. Organizations today offer opportunities to the employees, but at the same time, even the employees are also very pushy. So I can just share with you a couple of examples where in our company, somebody who has joined and he has started in the production, then he moved into a product design environments, get themselves some outside in certifications from Udemy, and now he left the organizations and joined a data analytics company. So look at the shift, and it is all become possible because the individual has a very clear purpose in his mind that where does he want to go. And that's what today's scenarios are, where if the employee, actually this pivot is in the employee's hand today. It's not anymore in the organizations because organizations can offer you the opportunities, but how do you leverage that? How do you push yourselves beyond the boundary? It's entirely in your hand. So this is what's happening, and if you look at in the last couple of years, this whole cycle is actually accentuated by technology. And it leads to a situations where the organizations believe that it's not anymore a collective policy or it's not anymore a collective career planning. It's individualizations which is coming more and more to act as a catalyst. So I just would like to close this with a concept. When we joined, I think 25 years back, it used to be called as a cradle to grave concepts, career 1.0, where you join a company, maybe you, if you're lucky, you move through different functions, lead to a business lead or a functional lead, and you retire. Then came to career 2.0, where he just mentioned, that you just actually have more than one interest within the organizations, and the organization is big enough to give you that opportunity. So you start with maybe production, after some time you start dabbling it in engineering, after some time you start dabbling in finance. So you take maybe 5 to 7 years time to find out that what's your true calling, and then you lead to that. But now there is a new movement, it's called Career 3.0, and some of the people actually talk it moonlighting. So you have multiple skills and you're monetizing those skills. Maybe you are working for one company, but in your off period, you pursue your passion in some other areas, and then you develop on that. And after sometimes when you get to a certain level of specializations, you start monetizing that as a gig worker. So that's a new concept which is coming in, which many people call moonlighting, and there are a lot of debate about it. But my take is that it's going to be very, very established in a few years' time. So that's what I wanted to close. And
I think the moonlighting is a very sensitive topic. I think I must give a small bite on that, because whatever you say, the name is wrong. The whole philosophy it is blamed in a very different way. Let's call it, how do you get skill? Apprenticeship is from Gurukul Pratha, right? If you help your mother, if you help your father, if you're helping your neighborhood, you call it moonlighting. I think the word is wrong. At the HR fraternity, you all must support this. Employees must work as much as possible. They must work 18 hours. If not, if they work 8 to 10 hours there, they must take a project for society. We were in Durga Pandal, we were doing all the job for our family. This was not moonlighting. When I was working for Bosch, I was working for NGO doing skilling for them. At ACMA, at all the industry bodies, moonlighting then. This is what philosophy has to change. Somewhere we are taking those 3, 4, 5% people who are doing wrong thing, conflict of interest. Let's not make 97% there. So change, I think we need to give some name to that. You can call it apprenticeship, something has to be done there. This is a topic where I think all of us must talk about and build a narrative.
I think you're right. First of all, we must invest in knowledge throughout what you suggested about the moonlighting. I think it's our responsibility. So it can be holistic development of our nation, and for that responsibility towards your nation can be a word given to this particular area. In organization, in industries, happens that we work for minimum 8 to 10 to 12 hours. We do not look at our clock. In time is fixed, but out time is not really fixed. But that doesn't happen in the educational institution. So I think we'll be really very, very happy if every students and professors start contributing in this manner. So let's take the viewpoint of other panel members.
Well, I think we discussed or broadly opened up 3 topics. One is about, which probably the other panelists have not talked about, is retention of the talent staying with you for a long. I come from IT services industry, and one of the phenomena which we have is people leaving you within 1 year, 1.5, 2 years. Now there goes, how do you give them a longer career? Okay. Secondly, every of the IT organizations, gone are the days when organizations like biggies like of Cognizant, Infosys used to have a huge bottom line. Margins used to be high. Today it's, typically what do you do in IT services is build the employee and provide the service. Now under the circumstances, it is very difficult to move the pole apart. While there are today, everyone has gone through the IT industry's turmoil, up, down, which we are facing every now and then. 2021 was a time when we have come with what is known as great resignations. Every company has lost roughly in the range of 30% to 35% employees to somebody else. Another very important thing which happened is the salaries which were given were just phenomenally unlogical. So there was no logic in what salary. Somebody is asking something, you're going to give it. When you talk about the career, these are the situations which you face in IT services organization. And there is a fact of the life, you want to give a longer career, you would like to, kind of change them to go from one technology to another. There's always a resistance by the employees, those who have done a specialization in one of the skills to move to another skill. They feel their market value will go away. And they would like to add the technologies and go up the value chain. However, moving from one place to another, one vertical to another itself is one of the issues which you face. Another aspect is, both the panelists talked about the companies which are having a scale. companies which are having a number of years of, being there and existing with lots of frameworks, policies, etc. Many of the startups, many of the companies which are being formed with not a huge, I would say rather vision to be there for 30 years or 40 years. Unlike of Cognizant, Infosys or TCS, there the question always comes in is, employee is going to be a driver of what they want. If they're able to get the skills, what is required to make the change, it will happen for them. I have seen in many organizations, including Cognizant, many people who were into a technology moved into a business role, moved into customer services. So it is possible to have it, but it needs combination from both the sides. Another very important thing which was talked about is when the campus grad, be it an engineering graduate or MBA graduate comes in, every organization expect them to start from the day one. What do they expect? They expect that I do not have further time and money to invest. And we used to call the concept while I was working with Senecron that -60, -90. So before you join our organization, practice my organization 60 days prior, you should be able to come up and give the solution or start working on the day one. I think that's the expectation many organizations have today because they feel, do they really have a resources, time to invest on these particular things? So we are in IT services especially, we are in a dilemma of retention, of cross-skilling, of typically how do you manage the top line, bottom line. These are some of the dilemmas we are facing. However, it's not that it is a story with all. Many organizations are still, even now in very recent past, to get over the attrition, every organization have started doing the cross-skilling. And this cross-skilling is to ensure that there is a longer career path and different roles which could be given. Okay, and that's something which would be my submission, maybe a little different because we are facing in IT services these issues daily in and out.
So when the other panelists were talking about the different opportunities, how talent should be rotated and how times have changed, an analogy came to my mind, how the times are changing. During good old days, parents used to decide that she is a lady with whom you are going to get married, and maybe in that mandap or wedding hall, you used to see that lady first time and used to get married and spend the entire life. Things little bit changed, and then there used to be a formal process where you see each other and nod your head. Obviously there's a pressure from parents where 70% decision comes from them, 30% you have a choice to make. Then comes the time that you see each other and then you do a little bit of a courting and spend time, couple of months, you go to Sinhagad on a bike and understand he or she is of my types or not. Now the generation has moved on. They feel that hey, we need to spend some more time which can be a live-in relationship, and then we'll decide whether to get married or not, whether we should have a long-term relationship. So that I can use when we look at talent. So the time is changing. Maybe during old days I did courting because of my organization, which gave me multiple opportunities moving from production to quality to HR, etc., etc. But there were far and few cases. Now, yes, it is decided by talent whether I want to do this role for a longer period or not. Be it 18 months, 24 months, they want something else. They want something more challenging, different. And if as an organization, we are not able to quench their thirst of learning something different, contributing in something which is very different, or venturing an area which is absolutely a new area for me, and deciding something very different from a long-term standpoint. So I feel it's you cannot clap unless and until you have both hands coming together. So there is a lot of onus on employees to experiment, decide, and venture into multiple things before they settle wherever they want to. I doubt nowadays Gen Z will settle anywhere. They will keep on exploring throughout their life, and which is also good. and how as an organization we are providing culture, mindsets, policies, processes, and the overall ecosystem which helps talent to rotate in a different way, not decided by a manager, but it is a free flow. It is based on organizational need as well as an individual need, and how we optimize this to ultimately help each talent in the organization to reach their full potential. Thank you.
Nadri, I will get back to you afterwards. So, I think because we are running short of time, what we will do, we'll have two questions, one from this side, one from this side. Yeah. Maybe one from gents and one from ladies, being HR day for all. So any one question, I request volunteers, Siddhant, to please take a mic to the audience. Please introduce yourself, your name, organization, and question in brief. And immediately we will start our second session. And while they are asking question, you may also discuss about your viewpoints. Yeah? We can collect one mic. Quickly raise your hand if you have any questions. Sorry, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we are running short of time. And we will have one more panel discussion followed by award ceremony. Yes, ma'am, please. Excuse me, please take the mic over there. Yes, please.
Hello. Good evening, panelists. My name is Sonali Raizada, and I am the business head from Quinn Innovations, a Bombay-based company. And my question is to the entire panel. Every panel has been inspiring from moving from the background, like people over here have done their engineering and then moved to operations and then moved to the businesses, from finance to business. That's where you are inspiring people down here. But do you all feel, and I will leave up to the panel who would like to answer my question, the entrepreneurs, the business managers, and the industrialists have spaces for this inspiration and aspirations?
Good
so
question.
people are there. Do they have spaces, the industrialists, to really nurture such kind of an aspiration level? You know, you have your intentions right, you have your attitude right, you have your knowledge right, but do the industrialists, entrepreneurs have spaces for them?
Yeah.
I think when we were just having from all panelists the idea about retention, I think the topic was very important. I tell you, it is not about do they have as a choice. I think every organization, when they start with a purpose. And this purpose, today you can't instruct people, you can't really buy them, we have to inspire them. And this is not a choice, this is like a must. And today for retention, whatever money you give, whatever you rotate, whatever you do, like it's their choice. And Gen Z has to have that choice based on what? Their driver actually is purpose, it's changing. So rather than having a big car and a big house and all those aspirations, it's changing quite a lot. So the aspirations are changing, and that's where the offering is changing. And I personally feel that relook at, and I think if a lot of HR people are here, relook at what your value proposition or implied value proposition is. If you have something as a purpose to give it to him, the matchmaking is not about his salary, his grade, his education, his domain, is about how happy he is connected today with his nature to his job. So gone are the days when even domain we have to experiment. We have to experiment how close that work to his nature. If it is matching with him, you know, you had those industrial revolution where you have divide the division of labor and you give every work to everybody, no more. So I think it's a must to have, and many big organizations, they start with purpose. And when the second generation, third generation happens, if they are not well managed, maybe it gets diluted. But it is the essence of the business. Without aspiration, without purpose, without inspiration, you don't run a company, you don't run an organization. If it is not, the whole soul of the company does not exist. And that's why sometimes you see some vision and mission on the paper, not in reality. But those organizations which are successful, you'll see that happening day in, day out. So it is there.
Just wanted to add one thing. So just, I think just to answer your question, maybe you should go and Google. India is the second largest number of startups in the whole world. So to answer your question, there are enough space for somebody to really chase and follow your passion. It all depends on how much passion.
There's a book called Shine Bright. You can take that about entrepreneurship, very good book, which will actually get you a lot of examples. Examples of like Mr. Mukundan from Tata Chemicals, that how they as an intrapreneur could get to that aspiration. There's enough.
So you wanted to say something?
No, I would say it's possible, as rightly said, there are intentions, because as the startup goes, startup, anybody starts anything. It's not that somebody who's having only the engineering background starts on technology. There are many people who have ventured differently. And if you watch some of the programs, like Shark talent programs, you see the, kind of talent which we have in India, and these spaces are very much available. Yeah.
Just 2 lines. There are more than enough spaces or places available, but it is not based on desire of an individual, but how much he or she deserves to be there.
Capability.
Absolutely. Right. Capability is must. There are so many places available for capable people, and we struggle, and that's what we were talking about. How difficult it is.
Yeah, thank you. I think
Thank
you
you,
got your
panel, for
answer.
authenticating
My
and embedding
point
it
of
in
view
the
is
system.
that in our institution we have created a center of excellence for entrepreneurships, creating new ventures and entrepreneurships, where we allow students to keep on experimenting the experiment till the time they succeed in their implementing their respective ideas. So as all the panel members have already rightly said, if there is a desire, if you have the capabilities, competency, things will fall in place. So thank you so much for a wonderful question. Anybody from this side?
Thank you, panel.
All the best. So should we start panel session 2? Siddhant? Thank you all the panel members. I think we should felicitate all the panelists. Afterwards? Okay, okay. Okay, thank you so much. Call madam also on the dais.
Thank you all the panelists for the first session. Now we are beginning with our Suryadatta National Award 2023. And before that, I would like to tell you that Sir has recently received Asian UK Excellence Award 2022 at London, UK. And also he has received the Global Educationist of the Year Award 2022, that is at Mauritius. And he has also received at Vigyan Bhavan, Delhi, at the hands of Anurag Thakur, Indian Achievers Award. Now, why I told this? Recently, he is getting many more awards, but giving awards is his passion. To motivate people is his passion. And that he has started long back. And this journey started. So I request the Pride of Maharashtra Award winner, Sushma Chodia ma'am, who is Vice President and Secretary for SEF and President for SWELA. The motivation behind the other motivation. Suryadatta National Award 2023. Perhaps this is the only institution where more than 500 plus leading distinguished national and international personalities have visited and who have inspired the students and staff. Every year on the occasion of Foundation Day, that is 7th February 20, that is every year, we celebrate this. And eminent personalities from different walks of life, they are recognized during this award function. Today, we are going to start with Suryadatta National Award 2023. So, to present the award on dais, we are having the chairman and also we are having the vice president. Now, I request Mr. Nazri Mohammed to be on the dais. He is awarded with Global Award. He is already there. So this award is for excellence in the field of digital transformation using artificial intelligence. As an artificial intelligence practitioner and for his role as the founder chairman Center for All Innovation and ranked #1 as a global thought leader in 3 categories, that is artificial intelligence, predictive analytics, and digital transformation by an independent US-based research group, Thinkers 360, and as a winner of the Global Excellence Award 2020 by US-based group Global Chamber Organization. So I request our President and Vice President to felicitate him with the award. And the award trophy is there. You can see the beautiful trophy with Puneri Pagdi, scarf, and souvenir of SURYADATTA Group. Siddhant sir, please be on the dais. Siddhant Chodia sir, please be on the dais. The core team member, Siddhant Chodia sir, Snehal Navlakha ma'am, Dr. Kimia Gandhi of SURYADATTA Education Foundation.
लक्ष्य हमारा जीत हमारी मंजिल है सूरज हमारी लक्ष्य हमारा.
Now I request Mr. Vic a citation. Mr. Nazri sir. Yeah. Okay. Now I request Mr. Vikrant Saxena sir to be on the dais for SURYADATTA National Award 2023 for excellence in the field of electronics and technology. With over 25 years of professional experience in several assignments related to foreign trade and development, market study and research, project management, corporate communication, advocacy strategy, planning. He is a joint director with Electronics and Computer Software Export Promotion Council, that is ESC. He has worked with India's apex national organizations, including FICCI and ASSOCHAM. So I request our President sir and Madam to felicitate with Siddhant Chodia sir. A gold medal, SURYADATTA scarf. It is designed by our fashion technology students. It is designed and made by. Recently we had an exhibition, Khadi exhibition. 2,100 products were displayed which were made again by our students.
लक्ष्य हमारा जीत हमारी जीत का है जुनून हम चले सूरज की ओर हम चले सूरज की ओर.
After this, we are starting with SURYADATTA National Lifetime Achievement Award 2023. And this is presented to Dr. Gulshan Rai. So before I say a few words about him, I request Ketan and Maruti to please go ahead with the message by Dr. Gulshan Rai. He is getting this award for excellence in the field of new age technologies.
From SURYADATTA Group of Institutions, sir.
I request the dignitaries on the dais to please seat.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And Jai Hind.
Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Hind. Let me see. I have a some sort of a
technical glimpse is that from your side.
Different kind of a What glitch you are finding?
Sir, are we audible, sir?
You are audible to me. Are you not audible?
Yes, sir.
Am I
We
not
can hear you.
audible?
We can perfectly hear you, sir. It is okay. So,
I have been present personally to interact with them, to all of you, and talk to you on this important subject of the HR, why HR is so important in this evolving, emerging scenario of ecosystem there. I'm delighted and I'm grateful to Professor Sanjay Suryadatta and Madam Aruna Suryadatta and the faculty for inviting me. As I said, I wanted to be physically present, but because I have gone some eye surgery, I have not been able to travel to do that, but I will be surely traveling to meet all of you, interact with all of you in the next possible opportunity. The French, as I said, we are in the era which is a information era. The entire GDP, if you look at the worldwide GDP, is more than $100 trillion. 40 to 45% of the GDP is now is contributed by the digital technology, digital economy. It's a digital economy there. 20 years ago, worldwide, the companies which were dealing with conventional engineering goods like Larsen and Toubro, if you go abroad, GE or Coca-Cola, such kind of companies were dominating on the economic scenario. But today, if you go not only worldwide, but in India, the first 10 companies which are dominating on the market cap are technologies companies. Google, Apple, Facebook, now called Metaverse, IBM. These are the companies which are now, Amazon, these are the companies now dominating among the first 10 companies in the worldwide. When you go back to India, it's a TCS which is dominating, a group company of the Tatas is dominating on this scenario. And among the first 10, the 4 are technology companies there. At one point of a time, Tata used to be number 1, but as I said now, Tata Consultancy Services, one of the software company of the Tatas, is number 1. So we are in this scenario where digital economy is dominating their entire economy. This digital economy needs a skilled worker there. They have a different kind of a systems there. Information need to be analyzed, need to be dealt with to take a management decision there. The HR plays a different role, is also a different role in the emerging scenario of the economy which all of us are witnessing here. In the Industrial Revolution also, we have seen from steam engine to industrial revolutions and all kind of a thing we have seen. There also, all of you know, we are talking about Industry 4.0 kind of a scenario there. These emerging technologies like artificial intelligence or the machine learning or the cloud computing are part and parcel of any activity, be it economic, industrial, personal, social, or educational activity that are dominating. So therefore, if you have to deal with, if you have to emerge, we have to deal with this, we need to understand, we need to address this technological evolution which is going on, and this is leading the economic sector. We need to train our HR and we need to train our manpower accordingly to handle this situation there. If you all see, every management school, every engineering school has included the data analytics for that purpose in the course curriculum. And special courses are being run for the data analytics and data kind of a data warehouse, data mining, data analytics, those special courses are being done there. So this technology, this era is a technology-led era where the HR need to be addressed. That we call a people, processor, and technology. The technology and the other management place only 50% is contributed by the people, which is the HR. The technique for recruitment HRs have changed. The techniques of training of the HR has changed. Yeah. So that is a change which is happening in the technology-led kind of a growth which we are now facing it. Our HR should be aware, should be computer savvy, should be technology savvy, because most of the time the operations and the transactions are done on a smaller device, laptop or a mobile kind of a system there. We all do in our life. When we do e-commerce, we go on a mobile phone, we go on a laptop, we go on an iPad there. So the HR should be well versed with the technology item. HR should be well versed with how to analyze the information, how to analyze the entire system there. They have to, today requirements are to analyze a matrix of the system there. And the matrix is information driven. So HR friend, HR is the first step in a company which determines the quality of the company there, which drives the quality of the company there, which drives the growth of the company there. If we are able to select proper HRs, try to create a training program from the HR, and we need to sustain their activity by training them, that's the lead to the sustainable goal for the company, and that brings the growth of the company, which is very, very important there. I'm glad that the SURYADATTA Institute of Management and Technology has organized this program. It's a very, very important topic there. As I said, HR is the first step to bring reform, to bring growth, to bring any kind of a progress in any company, in any of the entity or the organization. I'm very glad they have done it. I'm sure it'll go a long way. Many experts will be speaking, will speak in the seminar there, and it will be a kind of a more informatory kind of a system, it will bring a lot of awareness, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of other things to you. The one thing great comes up, that all of you have come together, all of you have a successful story to tell, all of you have success story to share also. We all learn from each other. That was one of the biggest points when against the COVID, because we were all operating on a kind of a work from home kind of environment there. So when we come together, like all of you have come together, we share our experience, we share our stories there, and that is where we learn from each other. Half of the training is over when we start meeting together, talking together, sharing case studies there, and I'm sure all of you will do, and the best possible opportunity has been provided by the SURYADATTA Institute of Management Technology. I heartily congratulate them and wish you all success there, that you go back to your institutions, go back to your entity, organization, well informed on the new HR techniques which are emerging and which will come up. Because HR reform is necessary first step, as I said, to deal with the emerging knowledge-based ecosystem. We will soon be touching 60% economy with digital economy. So we need to prepare ourselves, we need to prepare our future employees there, or the current and future employees, to address, to incorporate those kind of techniques and deal with the HR issues. Thank you very much for inviting me and for listening to me patiently. I wish I should have been there, and I promise we will certainly meet very soon, and we can discuss some of the case studies which are the best practices in the HR. Thank you very much.
This award, Lifetime Achievement Award 2023, for excellence in the field of new age technologies, in recognition for his service to the nation as National Chief Advisor, effectively implementing the new age technologies and contributing over 35 years of his life to cybersecurity of the government of India in different areas of information technology, including aspects of e-governance, cybersecurity, cyber laws, and several related fields covering policies and operations, thereby leading the technological age of the new age India. Now I
congratulate Wilson Rai sir. He's an advisor to the Prime Minister also, and I'm very happy to inform you that he is advisor to Suryadatta Group of Institutes also. We have started Suryadatta International Institute of Cyber Security 3 years before. We are the pioneer in conducting this course affiliated to Pune University. And immediately after showing all the syllabus and other things to him when I met him in Delhi. So he is a founder of CERTIN, and he told me that I'm available for the Suryadatta Group to take the technological aspects and giving back to the society, particularly students and staff members, enriching them in all technological related courses. So in the month of June 23, he will be here. Again, through all our respective coordinators, we will communicate his date of visit. He is going to spend full day at Suryadatta. I give you right now the open invitation. So you will receive a written communication. So please try to visit our campus to listen to him, interact with him. I'm sure there will be a lot of validation in each one of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request for Suryadatta National Lifetime Achievement Award 2023, Dr. Suresh Naik, sir, for excellence in the field of science and technology. Mr. Suresh Naik, sir, a visionary senior space scientist and former group director of ISRO, has left an indelible mark on the field of space exploration and education. With a distinguished career spanning 3 decades, he played a role in shaping India's satellite technology and fostering its advancements. His exceptional contribution, including the development of payloads for 18 satellites and pioneering the small satellite technology for students, have garnered him numerous accolades, such as the ISRO Chairman's Distinguished Service Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, Verman Award, and the Outstanding Alumnus Award of the esteemed College of Engineering, Pune. A Puneri Pagdi scarf, a beautiful trophy, souvenir, and a gold medal. A citation for Sir. As he is having another assignment, he has requested for his words, so I request you to have a dialogue with all of us. Senior Scientist, Dr. Suresh Naik, sir.
Dr. Sanjay sir, madam, the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and my dear friends, at the outset I would like to congratulate Suryadatta Group of Institutes for 2 reasons. One is this is Rajata Mahotsav celebration is going on, and secondly they are conducting this very important Leaders Summit on HR. My best wishes. Sir, I, with immense humility and joy, express my gratitude and accept this award. Really, thanks from the bottom. Giving this prestigious award to me, because I have seen some of the earlier awardees, and they are very eminent people in the country. So it is my really good fortune to be now among them. Thanks very much. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to thank my wife, Surekha, who is here. Surekha, come, please come. Because in my long 30 years of service in ISRO, there have been many occasions where I was not available to perform my duties as a father. So Surekha really took the lion's share in bringing up these children, and now they are really very highly placed, I can say, in their lives. So she is the one who is backing me for my challenging journey in ISRO. Once again, thank you very much to the Suryadatta Institute. All the best. And I must say that you are doing a great job in the field of education. And you said that Vishwaguru is the dream of our country, and also being the developed country. And you are really a leading light to provide that opportunity for the students. So all the best, sir. Thank you.
So we have conferred this award in the field of excellence in the field of science and technology to K. Sivanji, Swaminathan, Mashelkar sir, Bhatkar sir. All these are our awardees. Govarikar sir, Dr. Kasturi Rangan, Swaminathan. So congratulations, sir. Thank you so much for coming here and sparing us such a precious time.
Please have more and more claps for
We'll confer few more awards and have a group photo. Please. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
And Naik sir, I would like to add one more thing. This has happened, or you can say the coincidence is there, to whom we have awarded with Lifetime Achievement Award or National Award. They have received Padma Shri or Padma Vibhushan in their next life. So we wish you the best from Suryadatta Group of Institutes. Now I would like to, he's going to be online. I request Ketan and Maruti, my colleagues, to join Mr. Jat Bruhanke online. He has shared the link. We'll just have 1 minute effort.
You can give brief introduction about him in the meantime.
By the time, we are conferring Suryadatta National Lifetime Achievement Award 2023 for excellence in the field of global entrepreneurship. In recognition of his invaluable contribution to global entrepreneurship as the founder and CEO of the Global Chamber, a passionate supporter of global trade, innovation, inclusions, and the Globe Tribe, connecting leaders to opportunities, new clients, and trusted resource in over 195 countries.
Shankaran, are we through? Otherwise, we'll go to the next award. Maybe we can. Okay.
Hello and thank you.
Yes, yes.
He's there, he's online. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that and really thank you for this very special award. I'm greeting you from our headquarters in Phoenix, Arizona. Global Chamber has our world headquarters at Thunderbird School of Global Management. Is it okay if I say a few words?
Yeah, sure, sir. You're most welcome. And we all wish you a very happy marriage anniversary.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank you for the award. I'd also like to thank Dr. Sanjay Chordia for his leadership and collaboration with Global Chamber. Thank you, and I accept this award on behalf of our global team at Global Chamber, including Shankar Darodaman, who's our Executive Director of Global Chamber, Ahmedabad. I'd like to also recognize the other award winners, including Professor Nasri Mood, who is the CEO, as you know, of MyFinB and a very important strategic partner of Global Chamber. Our mission at Global Chamber is to grow global business, to make it as easy selling around the world and across cities as it is across the street. That future world is a world of more prosperity, more success, better education, more enlightenment, and better well-being and happiness all over the world. Join us at Global Chamber. Join us to grow your business and join us to grow our personal development. I'd like to again thank the SURYADATTA Group of Institutes for this award, and I appreciate all of your collaboration as well. Thank you very much.
Doc, can I ask one question to you?
Yes, sir.
Sir, today we are in the midst of our Global HR Summit, where more than 200 CEOs, CHROs from different leading national and multinational companies from India, based in Pune, in the vicinity of Pune, they are here. They would like to know what opportunities Global Chamber can give or what support Global Chamber can give to their respective organizations.
Thank you, all of you, for your question, including this one. You know, Global Chamber was formed to be able to open up new opportunities and new markets. And so we spend every waking hour 24/7 between all of our team to build a network around the world so that we essentially know everyone. That's our goal, is to know everyone. And so whatever your business is, as you join Global Chamber, we ask you questions, we understand who you want to meet, what your plans are, and then we connect you to people all around the world. Each of us have our own network. We each have, especially if you're a CEO, you have an outstanding network, but you don't know all the people you need to grow, all the clients, all the resources. Also, there's the issue of trust. You know, you have your own trusted network. We have 525 chapters with leaders that have their own trusted network that we've combined into one global network that we can trust. And so really the value for CEOs and around the world is, if you're looking to grow your business from your headquarters to other cities and from your country to other countries, we're the only organization around the world that's dedicated to help and support you. Unfortunately, not enough companies want to grow across cities and across borders. So we encourage you to have that vision, to have the interest to grow your business into bigger markets, into more markets. And those of you who are interested in that, we welcome you. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, sir. Looking forward to see you in India soon in 2023.
I'm looking forward to it. All my trips to India have been spectacular. I've enjoyed it very much. Also, I'm a foodie, so I love the food in India.
Okay.
I love the business in India, and I look forward to meeting many of you.
And we are hungry for your knowledge gain. All the HR people, and they do have a lot of passion. They do have global connect. Main support, what I think will be needed, will be for the startups and the young companies, we can say, who have carved their niche during this decade. So thank you so much, Mr. Doc. All the very best for accepting this SURYADATTA Global Award, and many congratulations, and once again wish you a very happy marriage anniversary. On behalf of SURYADATTA Group of Institutes, all the awardees present over here, and all my HR fraternity from our knowledge capital of our country who are present here. Thank you so much, sir. All the best.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we are moving to the next award, that is Surya Gaurav Global Award 2023. And we are going to confer this award to Mr. Shankar Damodaran. I request him to be on the stage. This award is for excellence in the field of Indo-Global Service. Mr. Shankar Damodaran, Executive Director, Global Chamber, Ahmedabad, as well as strategic connector for business owners who helps increase their profitability by expanding their business operations to the world market, has joined the advisory board for the London chapter and will be heading the bilateral trade and business with India as the official India desk for Global Chamber at the London. As the founder and president of GTC Global, he specializes in cross-cultural communication and trans-cultural risk mitigations, and he is open to connect with anyone who wants to build their business globally through strategic advisory and also support trade and investments into India. Congratulations, sir. Beautiful Surya Gaurav Global Award Trophy, scarf, gold medal, souvenir. Thank you. Now I request for the next award, Miss Adinur Hamiza, for excellence in the field of artificial intelligence. I request her to be on the stage. She is head of partnership, people and technologies at an integral artificial intelligence group focusing on 3 verticals: technology, MyFinB, Catalyst, Center for Artificial Intelligence Innovation, CEAI, Global Ventures, that is AV15, co-founder of Sofina, Digital Transformation, Trainer, Applied Artificial Intelligence, Research and Advocacy, Singapore. Congratulations. Beautiful scarf of SURYADATTA Surya Gaurav Global Award Trophy, medal. हम चले सूरज की ओर. Thank you. Moving on to the next awardee, Surya Gaurav Global Award 2023, and it is presented to Amirul Aisaraf for excellence in the field of entrepreneurship. Please welcome Mr. Amirul. He is an experienced venture builder with a focus on merging traditional business with emerging technologies. As a venture partner at AVI50 and founder CEO of Ask Global Ventures, he identifies promising businesses and provides strategic guidance and mentorship to help them succeed. Amirul, his network of contacts to connect startups with the resources they need to grow, including talent, mentors, and investors. Surya Gaurav Global Award Trophy, scarf, and a gold medal. Now I request all the awardees to be there on the stage for a group photograph. Suresh Naik sir is there, Nasri Mahad is there, Vikrant Saxena is there. Yes, yeah. Scarf. And 2 pagdi. Okay, it is there, yeah. Dear all, have great claps from the people who are really great.
सूरज हमारी लक्ष्य हमारा जीत हमारी जीत का है जुनून हम चले
After this, we are moving to the next session, that is panel discussion and then HR Excellence Awards.
सूरज की ओर
And felicitation of juries. Thank you all the awardees. I request Siddhant sir for the next panel session.
प्रथम सुमिरन गणेश जी का दे आशीष हमको माता पिता और गुरुजन का है आदेश हम
Now I request the panel members for impact of artificial intelligence in HR. That is online, Mr. Doug Brohanki, Nazri sir, Amirul sir, Adinur Amiza sir. Yes. Nazri sir will be the moderator.
I think we are again running short of time. Professor Nadri, I request you to give your enlightening address on technology in HR. Basically, all of us are eagerly waiting for your presentation, maybe followed by a question and answer. Again, we'll have some time during the dinner. You can have one-to-one meet. After your session of 30 minutes, we are going to have HR Excellence Award. The juries will come here. They have done extensive research of more than 200 applications, what they have received. Around 20 awards we are going to confer to all the eminent personalities of our country, followed by dinner. So thank you so much. Over to you, Nadri. 30 minutes.
Thank
all
you,
put together.
Dr. Chodia.
I think all of you please take seat in the center position. Yeah?
Okay.
Shankar. Yeah.
Okay, very good evening, everyone. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chodia, for the kind introduction. So I guess I'm standing here between you and dinner, so I'll keep my presentation short. I'll keep it practical, very succinct, and very much on the problem-solving side of HR using AI technology. So today my presentation here is about people insights using AI. It's about how AI is actually being used in HR currently. So in the past, especially 2 to 3 years, we have seen a lot of statistics saying that by 2030, right, 2030, 60% of the workforce is going to be dominated by millennials, okay? So millennials means that they have a different set of values, attitude, style, right, habits, and character that many of us, baby boomers, Gen X, need to understand. So the previous panel spoke about how to retain people, how to rotate people. So when you are not aligned with them and they are not aligned with you, there's no way you can retain them even though you can rotate them many times. So I come from a perspective of empirical as well as anecdotal. So I'm glad that Dr. Chodia said that after this session, the dinner, there'll be a lot of empirical studies too. So I hope the studies can give you some perspectives about HR, right? So AI in talent management, how do we use AI in talent management? So imagine putting some of these people, business leaders, males, females, right? All in the living room, all in the hall. Imagine even from Tata, even from Reliance, right? Even from TCS and whatnot. Put them in a living room, right? And you male, female. What kind of similarities do you think you can extract from them without asking them questions, right? So short of you asking everyone, hey, how do you become successful? How do you do this? How do you do that, right? So instead of you asking that, you can use artificial intelligence, right, in a way that you can extract the past 20 years. The past 20, 30 years, they've been a leader based on their interviews, annual reports, all the quotes that they give. You can assess their sentiment. So there are certain attributes that are very, very similar and yet different, and yet each of them deliver an impact. So think about it. If you have seen ChatGPT, if you have seen BART, right? You can imagine 16, 17 years ago, all these technologies have already existed. We have been analyzing, extracting data and analyzing that. So what the machine does is that AI actually analyzes structured and unstructured data. Data that comes from annual reports, spreadsheets, dashboards, and unstructured data that comes from analysts, news, media, right? And they can be put through an engine. The AI starts to think like human, and the humans got to teach the technology to think about descriptive analytics, what actually happened, diagnostic analytics, why did it happen, predictive analytics, what can happen, prescriptive, what can be done to achieve those, to address those gaps, and monitoring, because things change, right? And then generate a kind of GPT type of statements, analysis, and all that. This has been around for many years. It's just that Microsoft, GPT, Google, right, made it very famous, okay? So imagine you can extract all the attributes, the performance, the character, the business strategies, doesn't matter, wherever in the world. It can be from India, it can be from US, it can be from China, it can be from Japan, and so on. You can extract certain attributes about them. Not only can you analyze the attributes, that you can also analyze the impact that they do, right? The things that they did, how does it impact the stock price? How did it impact the financial ratios? How did it impact the balance sheets and P&L? So you are learning how AI can help you to learn how they strategize. AI can help you to learn how these successful people perform a certain leadership style, and AI can certainly help them how to manage their finances, okay, and how their strategies have impacted their finances. And this has been around for a number of years. So what we are doing now is to study the causation and the correlation. Did they do the right strategies? Did they carry out the right leadership style? Did they hire the right people? Did they implement the right way the right people, right? So, and of course, AI is smart enough to come out with a leadership roadmap based on individual style, performance, character, attributes. You can create, or AI can help you create a leadership roadmap by listing down where are your gaps, what can you do about it, why did you do like that. And this is the kind of things that we are working with SURYADATTA to implement AI, for you to use AI for your workforce, for you to use AI across sectors and across function. There's the HR part, there's a finance part, there's a strategic part, and there's an operational part, right? So individually within the personnel, right, you can actually analyze what is their degree of certain attributes, such as relationship management. These are all generated 100% by AI. AI actually analyze your situations, your style, and what are the steps that you need to do to improve it. We spoke about Gen Y, Gen Z, we spoke about millennials earlier, right? The trend right now for HR practitioners is to think about personalized career roadmap, personalized learning and development. If you're a doctor, personalized doctor-patient care. If you're a teacher, personalized, subject learning development roadmap, right? So everything is going for personalization. If you're a consumer, you become a personalized marketing. Everybody's using your data to analyze what you spend on, why you spend on, and what you spend on. So everything is moving towards personalization, and we need to remember that. And we spoke about expectations between millennials, Gen Y, Gen Z, and the baby boomers and organizations, right? 60% of the workforce will be dominated by millennials by 2030. So the problem with us is not about job rotation, it's not about opportunity, it's about alignment. Alignment will deliver the expectations that you have between employer and employee. Over the past 17 years, we've carried out a study that identified 8 C's. Okay, 8 C's that basically determine how aligned are you with your employer, right? The first C is clarity. Second C is condition. Third, compatibility. Fourth, character. Fifth is creativity, competencies, cross-skill, and capital. These 8 C's determine how Gen Y, Gen Z, millennials connect to the employers of their choice. That's why we wonder why the employees, especially in the Gen Y, Gen Z, millennial, right, quit their jobs very fast, have multiple jobs, get bored very easily, cannot be criticized. 8 C's, right? I'll give you a few examples. I will not go through all the 8 C's. I'll give you a few examples, right? If the company believes in investing in you, i.e. capital, but you don't believe in being invested upon, The company believes in capital development, right? Human capital development. So they spend on HR training, etc., etc. But the youth did not believe in it. They said, I rather do my job here, I do my 3 other jobs out there, you know? So there is misalignment as a result, right? The other one, which is very common, is condition. Okay, C2. The company may be going through a startup phase, the company may go through a high growth phase, the company may go through a declining phase. Meanwhile, you as an individual, you as a Gen Y, Gen Z millennial, right? You as a millennial, come in, but your condition is you come from a low income family in the beginning, no job, right? You struggle hard, carried multiple jobs. So your condition ain't that good, but the company is moving into high growth. And you are very sickly, for example, you have certain illness or you have to take care of certain parents with certain illness, right? So the condition is that, okay, AI can basically help you to identify, right? In the beginning, you don't have the money, but after 2 years of working, you have enough money, you leave the company. Because the condition that affects you in the beginning is not relevant anymore. We used to have an employee with lupus, you know, come from a lower education, low income family, but after 2 years of working with us, the salary goes up, skills goes up, right? Skill set goes up. They start moving into other places because their poverty situation is no longer an issue. So they can jump ship from one ship to another ship. It's normal, right? So we are not saying that every second that you need to track the 8 Cs, but every quarter, the minute the alignment goes below 60%, the minute it hits 61, 62 is borderline. The 8 Cs of yours and the 8 Cs of the employer will start to be varied. And there's a high chance within 6 months you will leave the organization. So this has been empirically proven and very accurate, right? 90%, 9 out of 10 will exhibit that. So over the past 17 years, this have been the characteristic of people when they are not aligned with their employers based on the 8 Cs, right? And they score below 62%, chances are they will leave within 6 months, unless the gaps that have been identified, right, have been addressed between employer and employee. Now, that takes a lot of work. Okay, so having a millennial, Gen Y, Gen Z is like watering a plant that requires water all the time. Doesn't mean you water on Monday, means they will remain, engaged with you in the next 5 days or 7 days. You have to water every day. So that's the kind of implications that HR practitioners must have. So what you see here are 3 demonstrations of how AI is being used to help workers in training and development. So one that does the systems thinking, how strong is your cognitive thinking? So looking at HR, non-HR data, right? You basically can see their performance, you can see their alignment, you can talk about employee-employee alignment, the 8 Cs we talked about. You can also look at the way they communicate and engage. So these can be monitored, this can be extracted, this can be analyzed by HR. So whatever you see here has been deployed in various national training centers in Singapore and various parts of ASEAN, such as Brunei, Malaysia, and Indonesia. So, so these are the kind of things that AI can help the human experts think deeper, wider, in the shortest period of time possible. So instead of you analyzing 50 people in 3 months, you can analyze 50 people in 1 hour, right? So this is the kind of implications that AI has on HR. Now, what does it mean for students? Very quickly, I was given a fantastic tour to SURYADATTA Institute. I spent 3/4 of a day physically visiting their 2 campuses, various students' engagement, various lecturers and educators, right? It's amazing. SURYADATTA has a lot of strong culture, positive values. The students are all highly motivated. I can only say that confidently after I went through the whole process today, right? So basically, AI can help to study academic and non-academic data, looking at your level of interest and level of knowledge, and analyze, right? Do you like the subject but you are not good at it? Are you good at subject but you don't like it? Do you not like the subject and you score badly? So these are the kind of dichotomy that educators and policymakers got to deal with. You may be good in subject but you don't like it, or you like that subject but you suck, right? You're not good in it. So these are the kind of things that you can measure per subject, per module, and per course that you go through, right? And then from the academic performance, level of interest and characteristics, you can predict and assess their career mindset or their career, propensity, career affinity. Which career are they most suited for? So for example, if somebody does well in audit compared to tax or accounting, right? It can be any subjects, right? But these are just an example. So in this case, the machine gives a prediction that this person is likely to be good in, like to pursue a career in audit because she's interested in it and she has a very high competency level as opposed to the other subject. I think the above one relates to another subject, right? So it gives us an opportunity for AI to extract news about the audit. Since you like audit, you do well in audit, okay, AI will pull news about the audit profession, okay, automatically. So it's like a mentor, like a career coach, right? But done by AI, very personalized per student. So if Suryadatta has 3,000, 5,000, and 40,000 alumni, can you imagine how AI can actually process the alignment, the interest level, the expectations of student against the employer and their industry forces that they are experiencing, right? And guess what? With AI, it can also come out with personalized intervention plan. So if you're a career coach, career counselor, right, somebody who's in charge of student affairs, AI can be used to not only understand your weaknesses and strength, but connect you to the right mentor. So you have a pool of students or alumni, or you have a pool of mentors, you can use AI to connect and align the expectations. The E word is very critical. Before you can align, you must understand expectations. Expectations can be evaluated manually or it can be evaluated using AI, right? So I'm wrapping up very soon, but this is a demo of a system that has been loaded and put up in various parts of universities, basically looking at how AI analyzes academic and non-academic data, and basically it produces the reports that talk about the student attributes, academic performance, non-academic position, look at their gaps, come up with personalized learning roadmap, and then after that, they will link to the mentors. So it's like an Uber, right? Uber for students who are still studying, looking for a job next time upon graduation, yet they may or may not know what they want in life. So technology helps them to make sense of their own strengths and weaknesses, right? And be able to plan forward and get the right help. I'll skip this for a bit. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation. I kept it within 15 minutes, so we can have some Q&A. Thank you so much.
So can we take 3 questions?
Sure.
You ready? Yeah. So anybody from the audience? Yes, please. Please take mic over there. Nadri is the AI expert, you know. He has a solution through AI, either for educational institutions or the organizations. Yeah, please. Your name, organization, and a question.
My name is Meenakshi Kotwani. I'm running this venture named Growing People. My question to sir is, if we are at very early stage in terms of AI,
so
how we can implement all the things which you said in the live things of the HR functions? Like if we are very at early stage, what are the steps we should do to make sure that whatever functions we are running, we can implement AI in that of some or the cases, I would say.
Yeah, so a very good question. So as you know, business goes through different life cycle, right? Startup, early stage, high growth, stable, decline. So those in the startup phase, I assume you are running and managing your own startup, right?
Yeah, correct.
So naturally, most of your workforce will be very much on millennials, Gen Y, Gen Z,
correct.
Interns, right? So before I answer your question very quickly, can you tell me at least 3 common issues, your pain points that you face when dealing with the young folks? And I'll reply very shortly.
Okay. So you cannot rely on them 100%.
Okay.
They are quick at switching the job. Third could be they look forward for something new. They cannot do something for certain years or so.
Okay, very good. So these are not new. These are very common amongst all of us when we deal with the younger workforce, right? So when you are in the startup phase, okay, you will face with a lot of internal and external, dynamics, right? So let's talk about data first, because AI feeds on data. 80% of your data comes from public sources, unstructured data. 20% comes from your organization, any organization on average. So in your organization, you have things like HR data, right? You have finance, accounting, you have your fundraising, cash flow, surely, right? And you have product data, about information about your product. So that is what you call the structured data. 20% of data comes from the organization. So things can be data mined from there, okay? In the sense of corporate functions and downstream function. Corporate function means your HR, marketing, finance, AI can be used 100%. So even now, people who are not expert in AI, they are using GPT and hundreds of applications on AI, on marketing, on CRM, right? Not the CRM, but the AI on top of CRM. So that is to analyze customer preferences and needs. Doesn't matter you're a later stage company or early stage, you always have data about your competitors, about your own product, operations, HR data, finance, accounting. So the examples I gave earlier, and in fact tomorrow we have an event involving the accounting sector. So how do accountants deal for startups, and how can accountants value add to startups? So the example I gave you is that, I mean, you've seen a lot of education, right? But there's also the fintech part. So all those structured data can be analyzed to tell you about your cash flow, like what's going to happen in the next 3-6 months if you don't have this, if you don't have that. AI can be used to determine your valuation. How does your valuation of your startup compare to 9 other companies in a similar industry in other countries, right? How can AI actually analyze the personality of your workforce? The 3 attributes you mentioned, multiply by 10 times, right? Dynamics with some variation per trainee. So some of them has this kind of granularity, some of them has more extreme kind of fickleness, for example. So those can be pulled out by AI very much, even with all the solutions that are out there. If you go to LinkedIn, you follow, let's say, generative AI, hashtag generative AI, they will tell you all the types of AI solutions that are out there for you to use, even for startups. So I guess that should be able to answer your question for now.
Yeah, just a last question. So certain in-house data we can get from our own organization, and the data we have stored on Excel or wherever the case is. Second, data we have to take it from Google, right? How we can rely on that websites, how much accurate that data they are generating or providing us?
For now, because of the early stage of generative AI technology, you can rely about 60 to 70%. It's definitely above 50%. So if you go to Bard, B-A-R-D, Google, right? Bard, if I were to pull your website and I ask Bard a certain question about your website, they will answer me, right? If I ask about SURYADATTA, right? SURYADATTA web link, okay, tell me the business model of SURYADATTA. Tell me about Dr. Chodia.
It will come the accurate answer of
60-70%. So there are about 30 to 40% that you need to check. The humans are still needed. But over time, it will be 80 to 90%, for sure. It's how GPT started last year. It was very bare, it was very scarce, it was very inaccurate. For at least 50-60% of the time, you have to keep on checking and training. But after that, it becomes 90% accurate. But Google Bard, for example, you can actually look at, let's say, the company, a startup or a MNC or a public listed company. Please pull down the last 24 days of the stock price of this company. It will pull out. Used to be that.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. I think you can have one-on-one discussion.
Okay, thank you.
We need to give opportunity to others also. Yeah, please, sir. Pass on the mic.
Many of the HR professionals, my name is Milind Mutalik, I was part of a panel.
Yeah.
Many of the HR professionals are sitting here. What do you see? How many jobs in HR will be lost with AI and GPT and generative, kind of systems of this kind?
This is a very short question.
On HR day you are asking this question.
This is a very short question.
That's a future of HR.
Some surprise should come to you. Good surprise should
This is a short question but comes with a very long answer, which I'll understand because of time constraint, right? So we all talk about jobs being lost, job being replaced versus job being displaced. This has been a 5-year conversation, 5-year debate, right? So WEF came out with the fact that, okay, this is the kind of jobs you will lose, right? And this job will be created, or right, new jobs will be created. So right now, as it stands, the ratio is tilting more towards the new jobs being created, as long as the humans, the workforce being affected, upgrade, upskill, reskill themselves. So this is why we are looking into collaboration and have an MOU with them, SURYADATTA, Dr. Chodia, who is a visionary guy, to see how to reskill and upskill the students and even the young workforce on how to be relevant. But as of now, the statistics is that the displacement ratio is higher compared to replacement ratio, as long as the trend continues that people continue to upskill and reskill their jobs. I mean,
I remember, Nadri, you told that many new entrepreneurs also will come with the help of AI. It will be very easy for any person to create his new venture. Yeah, and he need not be only a techie person. He can be a normal graduate from any discipline.
Yeah.
And you have a solution for them. That's
I
what
think
during one of our webinar you told us.
Yeah, I got one short example, right? Amir was telling me in Malaysia, I'm in Singapore, he's in Malaysia, my Malaysian partner. Right now, 2 years ago, these people never even know what AI is.
Yeah.
Right? Now, they are conducting workshops, teaching about how AI applications out there work. And they bring in crowds of 600-700 people, right? Attending and paying between 100 over ringgit to 3,000 ringgit. And they're teaching solutions that are no code, low code kind of platform, like GPT, what is BART, what is Mid Journey, right? Putting pictures and, by putting text. They are conducting courses and making money out of it. But 2-3 years ago or 1 year ago, they were doing something else. So this is the kind of examples that they became entrepreneurs in a totally new way, in a totally new model, and in a skill that they never used to have. But AI gave them that skill, and they just show people how to do prompt. Prompt engineers are being paid 200 over 1,000 US in the US, right, per year. So that's crazy. Prompt engineers, people who have to think about what to ask the AI. So these are statistically backed and empirically also at the same time.
In India, particularly all these stalwarts sitting here, they are actually an entrepreneurs, but they are working for their respective industries. They take business-like decisions, and they are entrepreneur in their respective organizations. With the possibility of loss of job opportunities through AI or through automation, there are also opportunities which are emerging for the professionals coming from the industry who may or may not lose the job. Secondly, the students, particularly the PG students, can they start new ventures? Can they learn this AI business, AI concept at their graduation or post-graduation level and plan right at their post-graduation level, invest 2 years along with the academics in creating new ventures using AI? Is it possible?
Absolutely. So the first example that you gave, people who work in the organizations, right? So let's say you are in your 40s, 50s and 60s, right?
Yeah.
And then you have a young workforce coming, joining 20s and 30s, or even, 20s, for example, or 30s. So we are living in a world of ChatGPT, okay? Let's face it. The younger people, 90% of the time will know how to use ChatGPT. My secondary school kids and daughters already know how to use this before we even know, and they know more applications, okay? So they come to the workforce, no experience or limited experience, and they use GPT to do marketing, HR ops, and come out with the solution. Sometimes erroneous. The 40s, so there's a gap between somebody with no experience and somebody with experience, right? So they come to the workforce together. So those who in their 40s, 50s, 60s with lots of experience, right? They are the advantage that they have as an experienced person over the non-experienced is getting shorter because these fellas know how to use GPT. Imagine they have mentors, they have guidance, they have coaches, these 20, 30-year-olds, right? And they narrow even slower. So if this trend continues and the 40s, 50s, 60s do not upgrade themselves, knowing what is GPT, goodness, you'll be surprised that many people do not know GPT. I have so many stories of this. Just before coming here, I sit on the board of governor of an institution. The chairman is very, elderly man. So for 2 hours, they're talking about why there's a falling student intake. 2 hours, and all the esteemed board members was giving one reason, 2 reason, stop, right? Then I was a bit bored, After 2-3 hours, I was like, okay, Mr. Chairman, this is Bart from Google talking about 10 reasons why the institution is facing fallen intake. All 10 came out, right? I was reciting in a light-hearted manner. And it takes less than 30 seconds. From Google Bart. That means from public information, I talk about the institution. And I spent 30 seconds to 1 minute. You know what did the chairman say?
Yeah.
It's too general, it's nonsense. But 2 or 3 or 4 reasons actually came from the people themselves. So the other board members were joking. Maybe Google was listening to our conversation. So we are living in a world where AI is changing boardrooms. AI is changing boardrooms, right? Senior people with brilliant brains, right? 2 hours talking about the same issue, 2, 3, and Google Bard came out with 30 seconds of 10 reasons why, and these are factual. So you can deny, you can accept. Unfortunately, it was faced with resistance, right? So these are the kind of, so if this continues, when you retire, the second leadership, third leadership, right, will not be able to carry on that transformation, and you will turn off the Gen Y, Gen Z, millennials, right? Because they expect their seniors to be well-versed in technology. If you're a dinosaur, right, they will just quit your job and say, this is not the kind of firm I will work for. I've not even put the purpose. Technology is one thing. The second is, oh, is this ESG compliant? Does it help the environment? Does it help the society? And they are into that. Okay, statistically and empirically, and as well as anecdotally.
During 20 years before or a decade before, the change, we used to say it's a constant and we must anticipate change, adopt change, practice change. Now it is an innovative, dynamic change, and that too technologically driven. And so it is changing at such a rapid rate. So maybe people who are at 50 or 50 plus, they can become a mentor. If either they adopt this dynamic change or innovative change and become experts like you and be ready to face the new competitive world along with the youngsters, or they can become a mentor also.
I think the word mentor is a very important part. They will stay relevant. The matured experience workforce will become
combination
relevant.
of both, the technology and mentor.
You need human and machine to work together. Machine cannot exist on its own, right?
Okay.
So
Any question? Yes, sir. Please give a mic. So you heard about his introduction. He is an ISRO scientist. For 30 years, he worked in the institution of national importance of our country. We salute all, sir. We salute all of you, sir.
I'm not worthy to answer you, sir, but I'll try my best.
You see, my question is about nowadays these AI generative systems like ChatGPT. How to integrate such systems in the educational system? Because one of the adverse comment is it will affect the creative and imaginative capability of the students. Okay, we don't want that to happen. So how really we adopt a strategy so that in an institution like Suryadatta, the students want to take advantage in a positive way? How to do that?
Thank you, sir. Very, very good question. Largely debated. Number one, that has happened and will continue to happen amongst the young. They have become procrastinate, lazy, and do not exercise their creative mind. They have to be scolded a lot of times. They have to be reprimanded. They have to be guided. Now, moving from the student effect to the assessor, examiner, or teacher, right? So they have been debating about the carrot and the stick approach. So should I be punishing? Should I be using this software and investing in software that detect how many % of your essays are GPT generated? So that's the stick method, right? I want to punish, you're plagiarizing, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of debate has happened on that. We believe that that's not sustainable because technology will always go ahead of the investment that you put in to detect errors, right? Now, what is the most sustainable way? Is a problem-based learning method, the Harvards of the world that does that. So problem-based method means, okay, you produce this from GPT, right? No, sir, I didn't. I used my own. Okay, fine. Let's talk about this essay that you generated. So you can prompt your own, the lecturers or the educators need to prompt their own questions, right, that GPT will not be able to answer. For example, okay, tell me your best, the worst 3 experience that you had when preparing, when you're doing your lifestyle. GPT would not know about your lifestyle, for example, right? Okay, so they answer their 3 personal experience that GPT would not have known. From that 3 personal experience, then you dive deeper. Cognitive thinking, problem solving will start to be given to the student. So based on that scenario, tell me, how would you do it or avoid it or experience it, right? So that is a more sustainable way, and a lot of universities are revamping the way, slowly, they are revamping the way the students are being accessed, but it's very divided. You asked a very, very tough question because
thank you so much, sir. It was a very relevant and it's the need of the hour. So last questions from this side, audience. Anybody? Yes, ma'am, please. Ma'am, I request you please come on the dais and ask the question. So I give a big round of applause to all of you for your patience hearing to this AI expert. He'll be available offline, online through Suryadatta, and Suryadatta will always welcome people like you who is the knowledge wealth of our country, who is the knowledge capital of your respective organizations, and we value that. Recently, we have celebrated International Women Month at Raj Bhavan on 29th of April. So let's give a big round of applause to all the women present over here. Very, very happy International Women's Day. I will not say belated, every day is theirs day. And also happy HR, International HR Day to all of you, to all the HR
I was told,
fraternity.
Dr. Chodia, 80% of your workforce are females, right?
At our end, yes,
Yeah.
yes, because
So
my wife
you
and my
led the
daughter,
example.
they look after it. So at my home also, there's the majority of women. I must respect that. It is in that proportion only. Okay, ma'am, please.
Thank you, sir. First of all, SURYADATTA
Ma'am,
Global.
please, Yana, Madhyana. So we'll have some photo opportunity also for you. Yeah.
Okay, I thank SURYADATTA Group of Education for arranging this excellent dais, and the topics are really good. And AI is something which is impacting not just HR, but every aspect of our lives. So I come from I'm Rupa Kulkarni, and I work at Kevista Technologies. So we are mainly into products for healthcare systems, where the confidentiality is one of the main things. So I wanted to know how we can use AI to the utmost without compromising the confidentiality of our employees and also our clients, because we get a lot of data globally, and that is one of the things that is expected from us, that we keep the data of not just the customers, but even the patients globally. We need to keep it confidential. So how can we use AI without compromising the confidentiality?
Madam, yeah, Basana, madam. Please have a seat.
Yeah. So the threat from security breaches can come from external and internal. The Singapore government agency, health agency, was even attacked by, or rather was breached internally, because the security manager, the IT manager, the assistant manager breached it. So the threat came internally. Externally, some of the government websites will get hacked, right? Even though they have a lot of pen tests, security tests and whatnot, all the firewalls, they still get attacked, they still get hacked. So you can't zero-rise the cyber threats, external and internal. So let me just explain to you how you can minimize it, right? So number one is that there's the legal aspect of it, where you make people, vendors, customers or whatnot, staff sign a lot of stuff, not really sustainable. Second one is through technological restrictions, right? So you will put a lot of controls measures, okay, access is limited to blah, blah, blah. The third is some government agencies and some of the parties we consult for, they anonymize the data. So if you are dealing with 1,000 patients with different level of sickness, you'll never know the patient's name. It will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So when it goes outside the different layers of access, right? Number 4 is a lot of what you call education. Like, okay, if you don't do this, you get jail. If you do this, you get jail. If you don't do this, you get under section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which board of directors and management and C-suite are always, some countries have put a lot of what you call penalties towards this management or managers with data. So there is no one foolproof solution to protect, to zero-rise the threat, but you can minimize it, right? And like I said, the threat could come internally, it could come from externally. You get attacked by others, or you get breached by few employees who are not happy with you or who wants to take advantage of you. So it's impossible to zero-rise that, right? So at the end of the day, when you have the patient's data, some public listed companies initiated like a monthly training to remind that if you do this, you get jail. You cannot do this, you must do that, you cannot do that. So a lot of do's and don'ts, a lot of carrot sticks. So we are still learning from it with new threats, new technology. now the threats could be even for people using GPT, because you're trying to do your work, you use GPT, you put your company information there. Korea got hit by that, Japan got hit by that, several countries got hit by that. So you start putting your company information and trying to get solution and present to your employer. Your data is there. So where does the security breach come from? Right, the human, right? So the human needs to be educated. Oh, because of ChatGPT, now you can't disclose everything online, right? You must do something about it. You cannot do this, you cannot do that. So these are the do's and don'ts that code of ethics, code of confidentiality all need to be trained. And new technologies come in all the time. So it's impossible to use a manual that was done 6 months ago or 1 year ago. You have to keep on renewing that. So it's a combination of those factors, especially in healthcare, very sensitive. A lot of breaches happen, even in the titles on titles of agencies and security, because it could come from within or external, right? The minute you use GPT, if you put in a lot of confidential, dear GPT, let's say you're prompting, right? GPT, please tell me the trends of my 100 patients now that are going through cancer treatment. These are the details. Upload the copy paste, right? Of course, it get captured in public domain. You lose it already. That's why some companies, some countries ban it, right? So this is the kind of world we're living in now, very borderless. Okay, hopefully it answers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So thank you, Nadir sir. Big round of applause from all the participants, audiences, chief guests, guest of honor, jury members. Thank you. Now over to Prashant. So please, all of you, please take your seat. Be seated in the first row. Yeah, yeah, you may come from this side. Shankar, please take care of them. Thank you. Yeah, we'll call you again.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Now
you for
we
wonderful
are
session. All the very best. Yes.
Now I would like to request all the jury members. I will have their name, and then a few lines about them. And I would like to request you to be on the stage. I request sir to be here to felicitate
I just
them.
wanted to inform Sari and other team members, please check if anybody is waiting outside. If they are taking dinner, they can take dinner inside. But because this is very, very important session of all what we have conducted up till now. Jury members, introduction, felicitation, followed by their procedure, what they did for selecting this awardees, and then felicitation. And maybe few awardees would like to speak.
Right, sir.
Please check, anybody waiting outside, please request them to come and take their seat. Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to call Saurav Shah, sir, Vice President, Human Capital, Abber.
Welcome, Saurabh Shahji.
Currently, he is associated with Haber as Vice President, Human Capital. Saurav is a human capital management
Big round of
expert.
applause to Saurabh ji. He's taken huge efforts in screening all the profiles. It was a really tough task, right, sir? Yeah.
He is specialized in organizational development, change management, culture revamp, creating sustainable people experience, well-being, and HR process re-engineering. Previous experience worked with Capita as head human resource, Photon Motors as manager talent acquisition, and with Tata Technologies in India as well as in its headquarters in Novi, Michigan, US. Now I would
Welcome,
like
sir.
Welcome, sir. Now I would like to request sir to felicitate him.
I think you call all the jury members.
Yeah. Our next jury, Mr. Sangram Singh Pawar.
Welcome, sir.
Welcome, sir. His current position is Global CHRO, Data Tech Labs, seasoned HR professional with a very unique blend of strategic HR, talent management, organization change management, consulting practice, and business excellence. Experienced 24 plus years, having worked internationally across the countries with around 32 nationalities.
Great. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for a great job you have done.
Our next jury member, Ms. Avantika Bharadwaj.
Welcome, ma'am.
Her
Please come on the desk. Yeah.
Her current position, Senior Director, Culture and People Experience in Sono Technologies, a full-stack human resource professional having 22 years of experience with a demonstrated history of delivering fast in the meat and large-size information technology companies. leading HR teams of up to 25 HR professionals.
Great.
Welcome, ma'am.
Welcome, ma'am.
I request Mr. Neeraj Gupta, sir, to be on the stage. His
Welcome,
current
sir.
position, Director HR, Nor Brim's previous position, Deputy General Manager, Human Resources Administration, HSC, IT and QMS at FEV India Private Limited. Experience more than 20 years. Welcome, sir. I request Mr. Rajendra Raut to be here.
Rajendra ji.
His current position,
please go
Head
ahead.
Talent Acquisition, that is Jet Global Software Private Limited. Previous position, Head Global Leadership, WNS Global Services.
Welcome,
Strong
Rajendra ji.
information technology professional, skill in HR consulting, executive search, customer relationship management, and technical BPO and campus recruiting. Welcome, sir.
Sir, basa dete hain. Welcome. Next, please.
Mr. Sudhir Mateti. I
Welcome,
request him-
Sudhir ji. Thank you so much.
His current position, Head HR, Sintel Telecom. Previous position, Zonal Head, ROM Recruitment and Training, Aditya Birla Retail Limited. Experience 26 years
Thank
in HR. Worked with Aditya Birla Retail, SR Group, Tata Group, and Reliance Infocom. Welcome, sir. Next, Mr. Abhijit Puri. I request him to be on the stage. Current
Welcome, Abhijit
position,
ji.
Senior Director, Operations and Talent Transformation, LTI Mindtree. Also President of HR Infotech Association, Pune chapter. Previous position, Head HR, Culogic Technologies. So welcome, sir. And we are having our two other jury members, including Professor Dr. Sanjay B. Chodia, sir, and our Aruna Hurkadli, ma'am. She is Director, International Alliances. She is from Bangalore. And also, we are having Shilpa Agarkar, who is Director Global. She is working with us from USA.
Okay. So I think we start with the felicitation
Yeah,
first.
we'll start
And
with
then
felicitation.
over to jury members to their own maybe brief presentations, how you did the screening process, shortlisting process, finalization process.
I
And
request
immediately after that, we'll start conferring the awards.
I request ma'am also to be on the dais.
Sushma, you can come from this side. Yeah. Let's go ahead with the felicitation of all the jury member.
Yes.
Prashant, please take.
Yeah. Saurabh Shah, sir.
Yeah. Madam will felicitate each one of them. I suggest all the people to give big round of applause. Keep clapping. They have done a wonderful job.
Saurabh Shah,
Almost 15 days. I request Gaurav and Siddhant also to come on the dais.
Gaurav Sharma, sir.
All my
please be
HR
there.
team members also.
Siddhant
They have
Chodia,
taken
sir.
great efforts. Just in 15 days,
Archana Moite,
this
ma'am.
summit is organized.
Now I request
Thank you,
Sangam
sir.
Singh Pawar, sir.
प्रथम सुमिरन गणेश जी का दे आशीष हमको माता पिता और गुरुजन का है आदेश
I request Neeraj Kumar Gupta, sir.
From today onward, we'll include in our HR policy to do clapping from the beginning of the function till completion of the function at appropriate time. After this, I'll request jury members to be seated there only and give 2 to 3 minutes of their
I request Avantika Bharadwaj, ma'am.
We are giving a silver jubilee year souvenir, the scarf, the book and the gold medal I think is already given.
I request Rajendra Raut sir to accept the felicitations.
It's 9:20. I think another 15 minutes they will, maximum 15 minutes, all of you can give your opinion. Or only one person? Okay, you decide. Unanimously, whatever decision you will take is acceptable to us, and so for the awardee also.
I request.
No, that's your call, sir, because it is your function, because it's HR conclave and not the Suryadatta National Award
I
ceremony.
request Sudhir Mateti sir to accept the felicitation.
Max by 10:30 our program will get over. Felicitation, group photographs for media, followed by dinner.
I request Vijit Puri sir.
I request all the awardees, jury members, their guests, family members, volunteers, Suryadatta HR team members, placement team members, Gauravan team members, to please take care of all the guests for their dinner, giving their bag, the souvenir, the trophies.
After this, they will give their opinion and then a group photograph.
Yeah, the jury group photograph is also very, very important for us. We'll cherish these memories because now this, with Gaurav, this will be annual event. Every year on the HR day only we will celebrate this annual conference. Yes, yes, I'm coming.
Ranjana Mohite ma'am.
I request all the jury members to be seated and any one person from the jury, yes. I hope you are giving a collective opinion, sir. Okay.
So first of all,
Thank
it
you.
was great opportunity for all of us, in fact, all the jury members to go through different practices, what you all are already doing, and we had major three criterias on which typically the whole process was driven. One was what problem we are solving as HR business partners for the organization. What are the challenges we are addressing in terms of talent? What was the outcome in terms of results and the return on investment? Because at the end, whatever we are doing, we have to manage, as Milind Mutalik sir talked about, the top line and the bottom line, and we are in between, right? So we have to keep on managing the bottom line, how we are driving the results at the end of the day, whether it is capacity building, whether it is capability building, or whether it is character as an organization positioning that in the market. And the third was, what was the innovation implemented? So whatever we are doing, is there any innovation in terms of digitization? Is there innovation in terms of automation, bringing in emerging technologies in the organization, and any different idea, out-of-box thinking, which was applied? So these three parameters were taken into consideration, and all the applications which we got, we all build a consensus on these three criteria. So this was a process in a nutshell. I'll not take much time here because you are all waiting for receiving the awards. So all the best, wish you all the best, and thank you. Thanks, Churale sir and all the jury members on behalf of them. We would like to see you all getting the awards. Thank you.
So we normally, during such function, we always tell everybody is a winner, everybody is an awardee. But since there is a restriction of numbers, earlier we had decided 10, then I think we have gone more than 15, I believe. Because I was traveling, I really don't know. How many awards are there? 14, yeah. So 40% increment is already given in terms of awards. Next year maybe we'll give 20 awards. And again the challenge will be there with you. My open invitation to all of you to be a jury member. Maybe you can involve few more from your side, but totally your decision, sir. So thank you once again. Big round of applause for all the jury members.
Thank
so you
sir.
please call one by one. I would like Nadri sir and Nadri sir and any one of the awardee. Prashant.
Amirul or Naik sir, you can be there.
Yes, sir, Naik sir, Tumia. Nadri sir, you also please come. We'll confer the awards in the presence of all the jury members at the hands of Nadri, an AI expert from Singapore, and our renowned, eminent pride of our country, Naik sir, the ISRO scientist. At their hands, in the presence of all the jury members, we'll confer this award. And Mrs. Chordia.
We also welcome Snehal Navlakha ma'am.
Please take the center position. Snehal, you can also join on the dais. Siddhant, you also stand there. Huh? Nantar. Prashant, please go ahead.
HR Excellence Award, SURYADATTA Global HR Leaders Summit and Excellence Award. So we are beginning with the awards. And the first awardee is in the category HR Leader, Mr. Ajay Mudliyar, Head Talent Acquisition, Tech Mahindra.
Big round of applause for Ajay ji for a great achievement. Many congratulations from Suryadatta Education Foundations, Suryadatta Group of Institutes, all the jury members present over here, and all the HR fraternity present over here, who represents not only in Pune, but who represents India. Congratulations, sir.
लक्ष्य हमारा जीत हमारी मंजिल है सूरज हमारी लक्ष्य हमारा जीत हमारी जीत का है जुनून हम चले सूरज की ओर हम चले सूरज की
I request our next awardee, HR Leader category, Sangeeta Singh, Senior Diplomats, HR, Simplify Healthcare. It's live also, even if you won't be in the photograph, but you are going live. And let me tell you, 80,000 alumni we do have. So you are reaching 80,000 alumni right now. That is our students, but other than that, as you are aware, it is going live everywhere. So you can request from Singapore, from South Africa also, they might have been seeing also. As we are having the national awards, means we have got various
Congratulations.
awards.
So would you like to say a few words? You need to at least give a few words of award acceptance speech. 1 minute, not even 1 minute, half a minute.
I'll take less than a minute. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful experience and pleasure to be here. And thank you all the jury members. Thank you, sir. And thank you, the institute.
Any message you would like to give, sir? Particularly for students. We are from education. So.
We are waiting for you.
No, not that. We need only opportunity, no favor.
Right. So
message for the students.
I mean, I was a student, I remember that. So I have nothing more to say, but there were a lot of great conversations that we had, and as an organization, all the very best.
Thank you so much. Very, very intelligent. You deserve this award. Next.
Our next HR Leader Award goes to Sangeeta Singh, Senior
Many
Diplomat
congratulations,
HR,
Sangeeta ji.
Simplify Healthcare.
All the very best. On behalf of Suryadatta Education Foundations, Suryadatta Group of Institutes, all the jury members, all the HR, CEOs, CHROs, and the great leaders of our country, many congratulations.
Sushma Chodia ma'am, who is also looking after HR of Suryadatta Group of Institutes, the mother face of Suryadatta.
जीत हमारी मंजिल है सूरज हमारी लक्ष्य हमारा जीत हमारी जीत का है जुनून हम चले सूरज की ओर हम चले सूरज की ओर.
Ma'am, your word of wisdom.
That I got this opportunity to be here, and I know your next question is message for the students.
That is an asset for me.
So I think I'll proactively tell that learning should never stop.
Great.
I think that's the essence we should always remember. Thank you so much.
From Simplify, that was simply great message.
Thank you, jury, for appropriate selection. Thank you so much. Next, please.
Next HR Leader Awardee, Swapna Sangri, Vice President HR, Quick Hill Technologies Limited.
Congratulations, Swapna ji. I know your chairmen are also very well.
She is so quick. From Quick Hill.
And she deserves. The Quick Hill company is really doing great work. And the question came about the data security to Mr. Nadri about AI. So I think they are the solution providers.
I'll give you some more information about Sapna.
Many congratulations, Sapna.
Sapna is
on behalf of
also-
Suryadatta Education Foundation, Suryadatta Group of Institutes, all your colleagues, jury members, many congratulations to you.
Sir, Sapna is also an avid bike rider.
Oh, great.
So she has done Himalayan rallies on bike also.
All ladies are multitaskers.
Yes.
Starting from early morning from their home till the time we go to bed. Everybody is a multitasker.
Before her wisdom of words, I would like to call upon Andrew Seaman, sir, Head Talent Acquisition, eClerk Service Limited, to be here to save time.
Ma'am, few words of wisdom. Yeah. I will also invite you to our organization, to our group of institutes for a guest lecturer. How you can balance both, your home, your profession, and also your hobby. Absolutely. Yeah, please. No, little 2 minutes now. Little letter open invitation for lifetime.
Thank you, everyone. I think, it's an honor, and I think just staying resilient, staying focused has really helped, and that's something like 2 cents that I can, definitely mention about, right? Of course, how to balance work life is about letting it go a few things, because you can't be managing everything. So you have to trust in others and develop others. I think that's something that we've been doing that. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think you are a role model for many women working professionals. Thank you so much.
And we are
many
having
congratulations.
Swela with us. Actually, we are having a Swela Institute, and we do n number of programs for women empowerment.
Yeah.
So,
It's
ma'am,
a
you are
Suryadatta Women Empowerment and Leadership Academy. So we will invite you to address all our women lady faculty and the people who are staying in the vicinity. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Andrew Seaman, sir, Head Talent Acquisition, eClerk Services Limited.
Please, congratulations, sir.
On behalf of Suryadatta Education Foundations, Suryadatta Group of Institutes, jury members, all the HR fraternity present over here, many congratulations, sir.
सूरज की ओर हम चले सूरज की ओर
Nazri sir is felicitating. Next, Mr. Niloy Bakshi, Vice President, Head of Talent Acquisition, Vodafone. Welcome, sir. Mr. Niloy Bakshi.
Well, I've been told to give some word of wisdom. Well, I've been doing this job from last 25 years. I've seen a lot many campuses. I've headed campus placement for IBM. And I still remember those days when we have brought IBM to the #1 position. That was in 2007. I met a lot of students, and I definitely love to have them. I mean, I enjoy meeting them now also because they give me a different kind of vibrancy. You know, when I meet them, they give me a different kind of thought process. And I'm really grateful for the kind of interactions which we used to have. The message to all the students is stay focused and please don't worry about your careers. There are ample amount of opportunities which are available. In my team, I handle close to 70-member team. I have people from varied subject matter expertise. I have advocates, I have engineers, and they are doing recruitment for us. And they are doing it very, very successfully. So I think just widen your horizon and stay focused. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. For your
Mr.
kind
Niloy
words.
Bakshi, sir.
Please, please. Again, artist, congratulations,
President,
Bakshi ji. All the
Head
very
of Talent
best.
Acquisition.
From Suryadatta Group of Institutes, jury members, all the HR fraternity. Many congratulations. Big round of applause, friends.
Before these words, I would like to call upon Ms. Jarna Trivedi, HR Head, Versa Networks.
हाँ वही मैं बोल आप करो बोलो ना उनको एडजस्ट
HR
balance the
leader
stage.
category.
Yes, please. Congratulations, sir. Your words of wisdom.
Thanks to all the jury members and my dear colleagues, as well as the entire HR fraternity and all the senior leaders. So, as a good practice, what I would like to continue also, which I have already done during our Campus Connect programs. So this message is to all the students that while we go to different campuses, we'll make sure that Suryadatta is also one of the colleges where we do we do connect programs. Second is that we also do a lot of brainstorming sessions with the help of our technology heads. So we invite our technology heads also to speak with our students during our seminars and webinars, and we also help them to make sure that our students are updated with the latest technologies. So that is another I think we should continue doing. Second is about the domain experts. So we also make sure that we call our domain experts and also give that kind of learning to our every year pass outs. Last one is that we also do a lot of internship programs. So this is for all the students here. So we'll make sure that we also bridge the gap that is created between your course curriculum as well as the technology gaps. So we'll make sure that that bridge is well developed between the colleges as well as the campuses. Okay, college as well as the corporates. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So campus to corporate, bridging the gap. As per the new education policy, we can customize our curriculum. There are 2 subjects for every semester. Students can select those subjects. In whichever industry he would like to make his career, whichever sector he wants to make his career, we can call people like you. make them employable, make them campus, your corporate ready professionals, and then you give them opportunity so that he can contribute from the day one for your respective organization. So thank you for your very, very valuable inputs also and the concern for the organization. Congratulations to you, sir. The next one.
Our next.
Yeah, please.
Miss
Congratulations,
Jadra
ma'am.
Trivedi.
I repeat again on behalf of Suryadatta Education Foundation, Suryadatta Group of Institutes, all my dear jury members and all the HR colleagues present over here.
Our next awardee and HR leader category is Mr. Raju PS, Senior Vice President, West Region, Lumax Industries Limited. On his behalf, Head HR Shailesh Sonavne.
Please come, ma'am. Your words of wisdom. Suronaji, please hold on for a minute, please. Yeah? Oh, great. I think we should, she deserves a big round of applause. All the way from Bangalore. For us to come from Pune to Pune over here, it takes 2 to 3 hours. She came all the way from Bangalore just in 2 hours' time. And that too, I think you reached in time. Yeah, so thank you so much. Please.
Thank you so much, everyone. It's absolutely an honor and pleasure to be part of this, institute, and I'm absolutely, delighted to get this award. Can't thank enough to all the junior members who felt that I deserve this award. So I feel that I'm still too young to get this award, and there is still a lot of learning. So my message to all the students over here is that never stop learning, follow your passion, and know your priorities. See and be focused on what you really like to do. I think NEP has to an extent, made it very easier for all of us. So I guess, just with a little bit of guidelines to the students on a right direction, they can do a great job. So that's what I would like to say. All the best to everyone, and thank you so much once again. Have a good evening.
Just for information for all the awardees and the members present over here, we have not called a single student because we have been told by Mr. Gaurav that this is a CEO and CHRO summit only. So other than volunteers, there are no students present over here, but they are online. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your valuable message. We'll definitely call you once. Whenever you are in Pune, again, I give open invitation. Whenever you are coming for your official work or personal work to Pune, please take a liberty to walk into Suryadatta campus. There is an open door policy, and we are there in the campus till 11 o'clock minimum, or 12 midnight also. Not only for the work, because nowadays working for extra hours is also being criticized, but it is our passion since inception, rather since my childhood I can say. And I enjoy interacting with the students, parents, their subordinates, suppliers, stakeholders, and that is my passion. So I'm following the words you said, follow your passion. So I'm following my passion. So therefore, anytime you can walk in the campus from morning 7:30 to 11 o'clock at our Suryadatta multidisciplinary integrated campus. Me, my wife, my daughter Snehal, son Siddhant, and my younger daughter, she is a MD, Doctor of Medicine. But at present, she is not coming due to some personal reason. So, but yes, same invitation to you all also. Thank you so much. All the best.
Our next awardee in HR leader category, Mr. Raju PS. On his behalf, Shailesh Sonavne, Head HR, he is accepting the award.
Suranaji, many congratulations on behalf of Suryadatta Education Foundation's group of institutes,
Also,
jury members, and all the HR, CEOs, CHROs, all the leading professionals present over here, and all those who are online.
Also, Shailesh
Thank you.
Sonavne,
Many
sir.
congratulations, sir.
Also,
I have dealt with Lumax. I know Mr. Jain. We used to purchase number of auto components from Lumax Industries. So Please share your
Sir,
experience and
sir,
words of
before
wisdom.
your words, I would like to request him to accept another award in CHRO category, Abhinav Gera
Okay.
from Lumax Industries.
2 people are identified.
Yes.
Okay, great. Can you tell something about Abhinav Gera? No, not you. I'm asking my person. Prashant.
Yes, sir, he's CHRO from Lumax Industries Limited.
Yeah. Great. So please. The only person today receiving 2 awards on behalf of same industry. Thanks to Lumax, thanks to Lumax management, and thanks to all the knowledge wealth of the organization, knowledge capital of the organization. Many congratulations. दो अवार्ड के लिए ताली बजनी चाहिए. Yes, please, sir. Prashant, please hold on now for a minute. Yeah.
क्या कहे? This is appreciation of my HR friends, HR professionals. I've just accepted as a token, or just this is symbolic. I thank you very much for jury members, Suryadatta Group, Siddhanji, Chodia sir, madam. Thank you. And as far as students concerned, particularly this generation, they are much forward, they are talented, they are faster. I think I will see them at their young age, before this silver line. All the best, students. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We can understand you are feeling all the best. Congratulations. Next one, please.
In the category CHRO,
I think Snehal, you take my position. I will go with
Mr.
confer
Rahul
the
Bagle,
award.
sir, Group HR Head, Force Motors Limited. And sir will be very happy because he is having connection. Earlier days he had with Force Motors Limited. Congratulations, sir, on behalf of Suryadatta Group of Institutes.
प्रथम सुमिरन गणेश जी का दे आशीष हमको, माता पिता और गुरुजन का है आदेश हमको.
A new connection with the old connection. See the glowing face of Professor Dr. Sanjay B. Chodia, sir.
I request you to say a few words, sir.
Thank you. Pleasure and honored to be here. We heard a lot about the AI. Only one message to the young crowd is choose wisely your job, which cannot be taken by AI. Come out of your comfort zone and increase your circle of influence. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Our next awardee in CHRO category is Mr. Raman Raina, Director HR, Honeywell Automation, India Limited.
निकल पड़े हैं ठान के मन में छूने लक्ष्य हमारा. सूर्य दत्त ही थाम हमारा. इस प्यार की छाँव में पाए हम सुकून.
Congratulations, sir. Thank you very much. You can hand over.
Good evening, everybody. I know it's very late and I don't want to be in between your dinner. I think most of you will already have had it. Nevertheless, I just wanted to say two things. I lead HR for APAC for Honeywell, and I go to 14 different countries. One message I want to give everybody, whether it's the organizers, the students, or the teachers, is we in India right now are a very, very transformative age. You might not realize the Prime Minister has said we are heading towards Amrit Kal. I think we're already in Amrit Kal today. So my only request to all of you is one, we have all the technology. We are I think we've surpassed China by population also. We have all the resources. The only thing which we lack is one thing, and I will request everybody to imbibe that, is discipline. So I'm from the army. I think I was told that this thing will start at 4:30. I was here 4:20. So that's my message only. Please adhere to time and maintain discipline in your daily life. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I appreciate, sir, your suggestion. If you go through the agenda, 4:30 to 6 was networking, felicitation, media bite, etc. We should have started by 6, we started by 7. Only concern was, out of 200, only 75 people were present at 6. Thereafter, minute to minute, I was taking account. I don't want to justify the delay, but basically we believe in sharing knowledge or gaining knowledge for all. Like that, we have a philosophy that education for all. Education for all means irrespective of any strata of the society, any strata, any caste, creed, financial, economical and geographic boundaries. When you take a consolidated view of giving education to all, opportunity for all, plus minus is expected. Because we don't want to start and give half knowledge to only 50% of the people and full knowledge to all the 100% of the people. But I have taken your suggestion in a very, very positive spirit. Thank you so much for your valuable input. All the very best.
Thank you, sir. Our next awardee in CHRO category is Sudhanshu Pandit, sir, Senior Director, Human Resources for Force Software. We welcome you, sir. Our next awardee in CHRO category, Dr. Brillian SK, Chief People Officer and Head. Thanks, bro.
निकल पड़े हैं ठान के मन में छूने लक्ष्य हमारा सूर्यदत्त ही ठाव
Many congratulations, sir. We share with you.
Thank you very much. My words of wisdom for everybody here, which I have learned, and for the students. There is no self-made person. That is the only thing I want to say. There is no self-made person, because as we grow, sometimes we feel I have done this and I have done that. If I'm collecting an award, there is contribution of several hundreds of people behind that. If you are successful, there are many people, starting with your parents, with your team members, your teachers, your everybody. So I want to tell students or anybody, let the ego not come to us. So let's remember that there is no self-made person. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Our next awardee in CHRO category, Dr. Brillian SK. He is Chief People Officer and Head, Times Pro.
हमारी लक्ष्य हमारा जीत हमारी जीत का है जुनून हम चले सूरज की ओर हम चले सूरज की ओर
Congratulations.
Good evening. Suryadatta Group of Institutions, the committee members, jury members, members in the audience, and students who are online. I'm Brilliant from Times Pro. What can I say? I'm truly happy on behalf of my team at Times Pro to receive this award, recognizing my contribution to help my organization grow. Dr. Chaudia asked, what is your suggestion for students? I am a student myself, and in presence of so many luminaries, I don't think I can give you an advice, but what I can tell you is what I have done, and probably you can follow that. Don't worry about CLKK. I'm sure you would be wondering, what is CLKK? The biggest problem in India, especially with students, is CLKK. Char log kya kahenge? Don't worry about that. Just enjoy life. And if you have seen Munna Bhai, there is a scene in which the person says, juice pivanu, carom ramwanu, majjani life. Follow light, enjoy yourself. And that's the true essence of a student. If you continue to be a student for life, you will achieve excellence in what you do. So success jhak maar ke tumhare piche aayegi. So I would just say this, enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. And end of it, in one such session, you students will stand up and say, KKDS. I'm sure you would be wondering, what is KKDS? Karke dikhaya, sir. All the best.
Moving on to the last award of the night, the most prestigious award. It's a Lifetime Achievement Award to Mr. Gajanan More of Systems Tata Autocomp. He has worked in the HR industry for more than 35 years in Indian and multinational organizations like Kirloskar Oil Engines, Swidler India, RPG Group, Tata Toyo Radiators and Tata Autocoms. He has been immensely contributing in the area of human resource, industrial relations, management of business ethics, development of HR workforces strategy, which is the key for long-term sustainability of the organization. Request everybody to please stand up.
Yeah, stand up hona chahiye.
And have a big round of applause for Mr. Gajanan More.
मंजिल है सूरज हमारी, लक्ष्य हमारा, जीत हमारी। मंजिल है सूरज हमारी, लक्ष्य हमारा।
We have one special award for the Guruji who has come from Ujjain. After that, we will take a group photograph. He will also offer some blessings which he has brought from Ujjain Mahakal temple. Prasad also, I believe. Sir, Guruji Prasad Panandla? Prasad Vilaya hai. Then, again, dinner, interaction, as per your availability. And again, my apology for delay. Dr.
Hi, sir.
Amjad Khan has also come.
Hello,
Okay.
sir.
We'll have to confer the award. Yes, sir, please go. Please go
Half
ahead.
a minute for me.
5 minutes for you.
Sure, thank you.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you so much for this award, Suryadatta Institute.
Please take your seat, please. Yeah.
I'm really delighted to receive this award. Thank you so much for this. A message for the students that remain focused, be committed to your profession to be successful in life. At the same time, be humble and very kind to the people as well. All the best to the Suryadatta
I think
Institute.
the last sentence means a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
All the best to the students as well.
Thank you. Yeah. Next, Prashant ji. एक award और है.
I would like to request World Ambassador Dr. Amjad Khan sir to be on the stage to receive Surya Gaurav Rashtriya Puraskar 2023. On behalf of Suryadatta Group of Institutes, congratulations. If Mr. Sanjay Joshi sir and Vinay Joshi sir are there is a award Surya Gaurav Rashtriya Puraskar 2023, Sanjay Joshi sir and Vinay Joshi sir all the way from Banaras and Bangalore.
निकल पड़े हैं ठान के मन में छूने लक्ष्य हमारा सूर्य दत्त ही ठाम हमारा
Good evening to everyone. Thank you so much, Dr. Sanjay Chordia sir, for recognizing my work and inviting me in such a wonderful gathering. I would like to say 2 lines on behalf of Chordia sir to all of us कि हमने हर शाम चरागों से सजा रखी है, हमने हर शाम चरागों से सजा रखी है, शर्त हवाओं से लगा रखी है, न जाने आप सब खूबसूरत लोग किस गली से आएंगे, हमारे चोरडिया साहब ने हर गली फूलों से सजा रखी है. I'm very delighted to be here because and accepting my wholeheartedly for this very prestigious award. So thank you so much, jury team, and thank you so much, Chordia sir and madam, for inviting me here and felicitating me. Me and my wife both has come. We especially working for a cancer patient. More than 46,000 cancer patients we are treated free of cost in rural area of Maharashtra. So, and I'm also recognizing as a World Peace Ambassador and honored with the SAARC country of United Nations with the 5 doctorates for my work. Thank you so much. Thanks for this honor. Thank you so much.
One more announcement I wanted to make on this very, very important occasion, that we have conducted more than 150 cancer awareness, prevention and checkup camp from 15th August 22 till today, and 151st camp will be conducted at our campus between 12th of June to 15th of June. Open for all. The communication you will receive. So please come, or you can depute your subordinates or the people or anybody from your society or from the vicinity of your organization. Thank you so much. Yeah. The last award goes to Guruji. He has come all the way from Ujjain. Basically, he came to give blessings to all the awardees. He brought a lot of things. Again, we'll be spending another 5 minutes for that. And thereafter, we'll take group photograph for the press purpose. And then again, vote of thanks and the dinner. Thank you.
आइए गुरुजी. माननीय पंतप्रधान जी नरेंद्र मोदी, इनके जो पूजा परफॉर्म, इनकी भी पूजा जो है इनके ओर से जो पूजा की गई थी, तो वो भी गुरुजी ने ही करवाई थी, करी थी. तो जोरदार तालियों के बीच
सूर्यदत्ता ग्रुप को भगवान महाकालेश्वर का आशीर्वाद. सूर्यदत्ता ग्रुप की तरफ से भगवान महाकालेश्वर का रोजाना संजय जी जल चढ़वाते, पूजा करवाते हैं. वही आशीर्वाद लेके भगवान महाकालेश्वर का आया हूँ मैं. महाकालेश्वर का जो शिखर है उस पर भी ध्वज चढ़ाते हैं. वही ध्वज का प्रसाद मैं इनको लेके आया हूँ. जय महाकाल.
प्रथम सुमिरन गणेश जी का दे आशीष हमको, माता पिता और गुरुजन का है आदेश हमको. हम चले ज्ञान की ओर, हम चले ज्ञान की ओर. ज्ञान ही श्वास है, ज्ञान ही विश्वास. ज्ञान ही श्वास है, ज्ञान
like to welcome every one of you to Suryadatta campus. You can see a beautiful temple, which is a power source for us. We believe in Indian tradition as well as blessings. A man who is working on space science and a man who works on inner space.
निकल पड़े हैं ठान के मन
एक अवार्ड है कमलेश जगदाले, हेड एचआर। कमलेश जगदाले।
इस प्यार की छाँव में पाए हम सुकून।
After this, before vote of thanks, Gaurav Sharma also would like to share his views, and then I would like to request Siddhant Chodia sir for vote of thanks. And also I would like to request afterwards all the delegates here for a group photograph. गौरव शर्मा सर।
गणेश जी का दे आशीष हमको।
हेलो, सबसे पहले तो मैं थैंक्स बोलना चाहूँगा डॉक्टर संजय चौडिया सर का। उन्होंने ट्रस्ट किया और HR कनेक्ट को एक चांस दिया कि हम बेस्ट टू बेस्ट यहाँ पे इंडस्ट्री के एक्सपर्ट, लीडर्स, CHRO, हेड्स लेकर आए। और जूरी मेंबर ने जो लास्ट 15 दिन से जो एक प्रोफाइल को देखा, टोटल 80 प्रोफाइल्स हमारे पास में आई थी। 80 प्रोफाइल में से 15 प्रोफाइल शॉर्ट लिस्टिंग करना और उनसे हर एक एंगल से चेक करना काफ़ी दिक्कत गई। ऑफिस वर्किंग में, इवनिंग में, रात में, मॉर्निंग में सब जूम कॉल पे आते थे, डिस्कशन करके शॉर्ट लिस्टिंग किया। तो मैं सभी जूरी मेंबर को थैंक यू बोलना चाहूँगा कि सर मैंने आपको काफ़ी फॉलोअप लिया और काफ़ी डिस्टर्ब किया, 11-11, 12-12 बजे तक के आपको कॉल किया, तो उसके लिए सर थैंक यू। और सेकंड, मेरे सभी HR फ्रेंड्स जिन्होंने मेरे पे हमेशा ट्रस्ट करते रहे, जब भी मैंने उनको आपका प्यार, आपका आशीर्वाद ऐसे हम पे बना रहे। और सूर्यदत्ता कॉलेज की तरफ से मैं रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगा कि मेरे जितने भी HR फ्रेंड्स है, HR कनेक्ट के जितने भी 4000 प्लस मेंबर्स है जो ये प्रोग्राम को देख रहे हैं, तो सर ने और हमने एक डिसीजन लिया है कि कैंपस टू कॉर्पोरेट में हम एक ब्रिज बनाना चाहते हैं, एकेडमी और कॉर्पोरेट। तो सर ने ये प्लेटफॉर्म अवेलेबल करवा के दिया है कि गौरव, सूर्यदत्ता कॉलेज के रास्ते हमेशा HR फ्रेटर्निटी के लिए ओपन है, तो हम उसमें क्या क्या चीजें कर सकते हैं। नंबर 1, हम सबसे बड़ा चीज कर सकते हैं कि इंडस्ट्रियल विजिट हम हमारे बच्चों को आपके कंपनीज में करवा सकते हैं। गेस्ट लेक्चर के लिए अगर कोई भी मेरे HR फ्रेंड इंटरेस्टेड है तो सूर्यदत्ता कॉलेज ये हमेशा ओपन है, जैसा सर ने बोला 10 बजे से तो रात में 11 बजे तक के। तो कोई भी अगर इंटरेस्टेड है मेरे HR फ्रेंड्स और वो चाहते हैं कि सूर्यदत्ता के हर एक बच्चे को एज अ मेंटोर बने उनके लिए, या फिर गेस्ट लेक्चर के लिए आए, सैटरडे के लिए अवेलेबिलिटी है। सर ने इतना फ्रीडम दिया है कि गौरव सैटरडे संडे भी बच्चे अवेलेबल है, अगर कोई HR का इंडस्ट्रियल लीडर आने के लिए रेडी है। तो मैं आपको ये अपील करना चाहूँगा कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कॉलेज के लिए जो लोग इंटरेस्टेड है एज अ गेस्ट लेक्चर के लिए, वो प्लीज़ कनेक्ट कीजिए। रंजना मैम कॉर्पोरेट प्लेसमेंट देखते हैं, सिद्धांत सर देखते हैं, और हम ये चाहेंगे कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा आने वाले 3 महीने में, 6 महीने में, 1 साल में, ऑलरेडी कैंपस तो आती है सूर्यदत्ता में, हमारा ये प्रोग्राम करने के बाद में और एड ऑन कैसा हो, और जहाँ पे 50 कैंपस आते हैं, हमारा ये मीटिंग होने के बाद में और 100 कैंपस तक के कैसे जाए, इसकी ही कोशिश करेंगे हम। थैंक यू सर, ये सब आपने जो फ्रीडम दिया और इतना आपने HR फ्रेटर्निटी को फ्री रखा है आपके तरफ से, तो थैंक यू सर। हम कोशिश करेंगे कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा HR लोग कैंपस में आ पाए, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इंडस्ट्रियल विजिट हमारे बच्चों के लिए हो पाए, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इंटर्नशिप के लिए हमारे बच्चे ले पाए और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कैंपस हो सर। आई प्रॉमिस यू, पूरे HR कनेक्ट फ्रेटर्निटी की वजह से। थैंक यू सो मच सर। थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू सर। थैंक यू ऑल ऑफ यू। बस आपका प्यार आशीर्वाद ऐसे ही बने रहे। थैंक यू।
थैंक यू।
Right. Thank you so much, Suryadatta Group of Institutes for having us here and organizing this entire event. So I do not head the HR as they call, but I lead a campus hiring for a company called Nutanix, and it's a pleasure to be here. One small message and kind of philosophy which I follow, which I would like to really pass on, is to all the students, is that your network is your net worth. That's what I truly believe. So connect and network with as many people as you can. It will definitely give you a long-term ROI. And it's okay to make mistakes at times, and that's the best way to learn. That's the message from me. Thank you. Thanks.
I request all the awardees, those who are sitting in the audience, to please come on the dais, take your seat, and I will request the guest and the guest of honor to stand behind and give the respect and honor to all the awardees, because they are truly a star for us today. It is their day. Hello. Awardees to be seated. Awardees to be seated. Sir, please आइए. और कौन है यहाँ पे audience में?
And after this photograph,
I think there are 6-7 awardees are sitting in the audience. Please come and take their seat. Sorry, sir. Awardees to be seated. To be jury. Okay. Name is Car for this. After that, there will be group photo of all the participants who have come here. We are giving the certificate of participations. I am requesting only awardees, HR Excellence awardees, to come on the dais, and please take your seat. Awardees to be seated along with the scarf. Jury member and we are all going to stand behind you. 14 chairs, 14 awardees. Yes. Yeah. Yes, I'm coming in the center. Siddhan, please ensure that all the awardees have come. Gaurav ko bhi bulaiye. Gaurav, please come on the dais. Stand behind the awardees. Then I request, please, all the HR executives, CEOs, CHROs, along with their family members, if they have come. Everybody will come in, will stand here, we'll have a group photo, and we will be sending all these photographs in soft and hard form as per your requirement to each one of you.
for all the participants, certificate of honor, it is given, it is in your bag.
Okay,
Please
great.
collect your bags while going.
Every participants we are giving certificate of honor, right, sir?
Yes.
Certificate of honor, not participation.
No.
Great. या मैं आता हूँ. एक सब लोग आ गए? स्टेज आपके हिसाब से बैलेंस है. बाद में हम नहीं उठेंगे. हाँ मैं आता हूँ. हाँ बैलेंस थोड़ा लेडीज जेंट्स जैसा भी बैलेंस करना है. Everybody's face should be visible because this is very important photograph for us.
From Amish
हमारे यहाँ जो भी events होते हैं, we make one master copy of the album of A3 size, like we make it for a marriage, and whoever guest will come to the organizations, you know, they spend some time going through this all heroes or their achievers in different fields, and the same copy of the digital album will be sent to each one of you. Ahmed bhai, everybody is here? Position is okay? Ahmed bhai? Thank you.
प्रथम सुमिरन गणेश जी का दे आशीष हमको, माता पिता और गुरुजन का है आदेश हमको, हम चले
Mr. Akshit Kushal, Please come. Atul Deshpande, sir, please come. Just wait, Ahmed bhai, Akshit, and yeah, please. One more photograph, please. For a balanced life, a balanced photograph.